by their 30-day Famous Freshness Guarantee, so your cigars ship fast and are ready to smoke. Here is an amazing offer for my listeners. Go to famous-smoke.com and use the code ROAM at checkout to save $20 off your purchase of $100 or more. You'll get your favorite cigars and accessories delivered right to your door. That's promo code ROAM for $20 off your purchase at famous-smoke.com. Great cigar deals only at famous-smoke.com. Use the promo code ROAM.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Jeff Palumbo, Associate Head Coach for East Carolina Pirate Baseball. When you guys come back from Christmas break, take us through your schedule then.
As a baseball coach, it's a little bit tough because you prepare and you get the guys where you want them here coming out of the fall, and you're with them for a good 3.5, 4 month stretch, and then you send them home. Thankfully, here at East Carolina, our break is not that long, but they do get back, and then we start more position specific, right? Get a chance to work with the guys a little bit.
Tune in Mondays at noon for The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for only $2.75. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Sustained effort and violence.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree?
It can be a total goat rodeo.
Was that supposed to be funny? Cool, neat story.
A fat, stinky kind of dude that someone thought had a radio voice.
What's wrong with my voice?
Doesn't seem like a real bad guy, but just a bit full of himself and sees himself as a huge radio personality.
Dominating the East Coast.
He looks fat and stinky.
Oh.
And is an absolute bozo.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios on a beautiful day in Greenville, North Carolina. We're coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, PR927FM.com. And you can watch the show and be a part of the show. Check us out on Facebook, like Pirate Radio on Facebook. Check us out on Facebook Live. Also, subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and you can find all of our shows and videos right there. And we'll be monitoring the chats today. If you want to be a part of the program, ask a question to any of our live in-studio guests, like Eric Ward, who's going to join us in mere moments. You can chime in, question, comment, concern, birthday, anniversary, whatever you got. All right, coming up on today's program, Eric Ward joins me to kick off today's show. We'll talk to him in a moment. We'll have our rundown and Bud Light ECU report coming up at around 3:30. We got basketball going on tonight on the road, East Carolina at South Florida. We'll talk about that one. Almost nailed the line, was a half point off. We'll tell you what the line is on that game. Mike Mullis joins us at 4 o'clock. Mully, you excited for today's show?
No. Why would I mean, am I going to a circus or something?
All right, Mully's already irritated. We'll talk to the real Mike Mullis coming up at 4 o'clock. Do a little Mully on Mully. Billy Weaver, my cohort on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, joins us at around 4:25. Troy D will be here in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll talk all things ECU and have our 2022 fantasy NASCAR draft. Daytona 500 is Sunday. They're on the track tonight. Correct, CJ? CJ Schaefer is going to be our draft analyst. He'll provide driver bios, draft grade picks, also give his overall thoughts on the proceedings.
Resident big board creator, yes.
What's tonight? Duels?
Yeah, sets the lineup for Sunday.
All right, so we'll be talking some NASCAR coming up. Troy and I really know nothing about it, but CJ does, so that's good that we have him along. All right, so that's the program. If you want to chime in once again, you can do so. Steve Hill already in with a clipper. Way to go, Chandler. No Shirley Rhodes today.
I was ready for it, baby.
Way to go, buddy. We'll be testing out Chandler's quick trigger finger on the sound drops today. But let's welcome in Eric Ward from ECU Marketing Fan Engagement. Isn't there more on your business card as well, Eric?
Nope, marketing and fan engagement.
That's it?
Yeah, that's on the business card, yeah.
Okay, good deal. Eric, thanks for coming in, man.
I appreciate it.
Big weekend on tap. East Carolina set to begin the baseball season. And Eric, we'll give out everything fans need to know, want to know. And I want to do a little role playing. You into role playing?
Let's do it.
All right. Sound a little nervous there. All right, Eric, I'm a fan, and I want to go to the game Friday, but I heard season tickets were sold out. Can I get a ticket for the game Friday?
Yes, we have tickets available for every home game this season. That is a season ticket sellout. We made a decision to make sure that we retain tickets so that walk-up fans would always have the opportunity to come to games. We understand we have Pirate fans all over, so obviously making sure that they can come to games if you live in Tidewater, Virginia, Triangle, whatever, and come in for the weekend. Tickets are available on our website right now for all games, so if you want to get your tickets to whatever game, go ahead and do that right now.
All right. Eric, I want to enjoy both a non-alcoholic beverage and an alcoholic beverage at the game. Am I able to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
All Pepsi products and the same beer offerings that you saw at Dowdy Ficklin and in Minji's Coliseum.
All right, Eric, I have a ticket in the seats, but I want to go in the jungle. Can I do that with my ticket?
Yes. The same pass-through opportunities we've had in the past have existed, so yes.
All right. Eric, I want to run on the field during the third inning. Yeah, and take my shirt off and run around. Am I allowed to do that?
If you want to get tackled by J.J. McLam, you can do that. If you don't want to get tackled by him, I think Coach O might give you a stern talking to, and then you won't.
That's even worse than the physical punishment. Disappointing Coach O and having that conversation.
Yeah, so no.
Okay, you cannot do that. We had a streaker in football. That was probably before your time.
It was. I have seen the video, though. I understand it was actually a front page of the student newspaper.
Yeah, for the world to see.
Uncensored.
Just hanging all out there. That's right. I have not had that issue with baseball. How about Eric? We talked to the players Monday inside the Players Lounge. It was awesome. You'll be glad to know I asked about walk-up music, but in only generalities. In fact, I said, if you guys spoil it, Eric Ward and everybody will get mad, so let's not spoil the music. But the guys took their time, picked their walk-up songs. How about what can fans look forward to between innings this year as far as the fan engagement part of the baseball game?
Yeah, some of our standard promotions that we weren't able to do last year will be coming back. So you'll see the on-field, like the Pizza Hut Diamond Dash. All games you could sign up for the Guess the Stretch through Clean Eats, as well as the Papa John's Steal a Base, Steal a Meal. I know those are very popular promotions. So customer service booth will be open each game when gates open, and fans can sign up for that. But yeah, the walk-up songs, I got to give those guys credit. My previous institutions, it might be like now when they would be giving the walk-up songs because for whatever reason, it's going to be a big difference between, earlier in the week and whatever. But our team, it's like a month in advance. They got the songs ready to roll.
Well, they took it seriously. In fact, most of them said they had like 3 songs in mind. They'd play them over and over again and pick their winner. As a fan of over-unders and guessing and things I love to guess the stretch.
Yeah.
So fans can do that before the game. When's the cutoff to guess what time the 7th inning stretch will begin?
We usually bring those up about the end of the second.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
So that's cool if you've never done it before. Free to play. Guess what time the 7th inning stretch will begin. And if you win a great prize.
Yeah, I will not be ever entering this year. The very last game of the 2020 season that was at home, I did the Guess the Stretch. And obviously I didn't take the prize, but I got it exactly and won it. And so
rigged.
Well, no. So I always do that just for fun.
Yeah,
you can see where it is, and it was the dead on the money. I was like, man, this is great. And then the world shut down the next day. So no more Guess the Stretching for Eric this year.
Okay, no Guess the Stretch. We do have some news. We got a schedule. We got a schedule, an East Carolina football schedule. So Eric, while you're here, let's go and run that down real quick. John Gilbert hinted at this on Wednesday. And sure enough, East Carolina will be playing their first 4 games of the 2022 season. As Eric said a moment ago, spend September in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Every Saturday of Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, there is a home football game. September 3rd, NC State. We knew that. Old Dominion Campbell following that game, and then we'll wrap up September with the conference opener. The Navy Midshipmen come here on the 24th. The Pirates will then have 2 games on the road at South Florida and at Tulane. October 15th, back home for 2 games. Memphis on the 15th, UCF on the 22nd, BYU on the road on October 29th, and that is a great time to have a bye week coming off that long road trip. They'll have an open date on the 5th. Back on the road at Cincinnati. The Pirates will wrap it up with Houston at home and then Temple on the road. East Carolina avoiding the Thanksgiving weekend home game. That's a great thing, Eric.
Yeah,
so
no Thursday night home games, no Thanksgiving home games.
Yeah, gonna have. So is any of this subject to change? What are the non-Saturday games here? I haven't looked at
Cincinnati, I believe, is a Friday night game. I'm not sure if that's the only one, but that's the only one that comes to mind.
Okay, there you go. So there is the schedule set. Obviously, we don't have kickoff times yet. We'll get those closer to the fall, and some will probably release before then. But that is the schedule. And that's available on our social media accounts and ECUPirates.com if you want to go take a look at it. As far as football before then, Eric, we have a date for the spring festivities, right?
April 8th and 9th, Parade of Pigs on Friday night. It's going to be a big deal this year. I think we're really working hard to kind of bring back what it used to be. So it should be a fun carnival-like atmosphere on Saturday out there. And it's really cool for me seeing that going into the baseball game at 4 o'clock on that Saturday.
So it's going to all be – okay, that's really cool. Chandler, remember last year's spring game? It was a little awkward because we were having one and then not having one, and then Mike Houston said,
Oh yeah,
we're
having a game. we're having a game.
If you want to show up,
show up.
So it was kind of like, I don't know. The whole thing was weird last year. This year, as Eric said, let's get back to the real deal. Pigskin pig out. Have a good time. I've seen already some of our listeners have signed up to cook some pigs. So be some great food and some great fun coming up later on this spring. Big weekend, Eric, not only with baseball, but softball's here with the Pirate Clash. That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep, we got 10 total games this weekend. 5 for the Pirates, 5 neutral. So
lacrosse is home Friday and Sunday.
Yep.
So man, a lot to do around the Grady White Boats Athletic Complex.
Yes.
Get in the sponsor. Hey, it's NASCAR season. Got to get in all the sponsors, right?
That's right.
What else, Eric? Anything else we need to know?
I'm just excited for this season. I mean, obviously I'm the marketing contact currently for baseball, and I think this is going to be a really fun year. I mean, I know we get to enjoy seeing the games, each weekend, but they've really built such a great program, and I just can't wait to see what it's like tomorrow. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Obviously, we have the regional, but we haven't had fans at a regular season game in almost 2 years.
I know.
It's going to be kind of cool to see them, run out on the field tomorrow and crowd go wild.
Looks like, especially for this time of year, opening of the season, pretty darn good weather. Last I checked, rain early in the day Friday, but by 4, that should be good to go for some baseball. And it's not those like 28, 35 degree games, Eric, we've seen in February in the past, at least for this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think you were doing the PA game for opening last year. But it was like delayed, and it was like you could see the breath from the pitchers, each at bat. But
I saw a highlight because East Carolina, our old friend Tyler Feldman I saw an old tweet from him that East Carolina has back-to-back walk-off wins on opening day.
Yeah.
And I saw the video, and the last pitch the pitcher threw for who we played last year, Eric, open it up. You got a golden brain.
Well, William & Mary was 2 years ago. I think
it wasn't Rhode Island, was it?
It might have been Rhode Island was the one that was... It was Rhode Island. He's right, yeah.
Oh, look at you.
If my memory serves me well, and I think it did.
Ram tough. Huh?
Who had the walk-off last year? I think it was Cadell 2 years ago.
It was like Smallwood.
Smallwood,
like
that's right.
a chopper. But anyway, when the guy was releasing the pitch, I could see on the video the breath coming out. It was so freaking cold.
We should play right now. I mean, it's like
no
75
kidding,
degrees
man.
outside.
No kidding. I'm sure Cliff would agree with that. So looks like it should be some good weather. And as you said, last time we were at Clark LeClaire Stadium, it was a freaking party because the fans were finally allowed to be back there. It was rocking, it was rolling, and you're right. This is the first time we're going to see a regular season game like that in a long, long time.
Yeah, I saw some of the Jungle crew getting set up out there, so looks like they're ready for a fun time tomorrow.
Good deal. Eric Ward joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Eric, we got ECU men's basketball returning on Wednesday. They'll be home, and then the following Saturday be home as well. That'll be a big day because the baseball team will be in Chapel Hill, and so fans can go either watch that or head to Minji's for Senior Day.
I hear we have a really good PA announcer coming in for that game.
That is the rumor. Gonna be doing little hoops. I'm excited, man. That's a lot of fun to be right there amongst the action. So
yeah.
So who's my running mate for basketball that day? Casey?
Well, it hopefully will be me, but it may not, depending on how things go over the next couple of weeks. We got a baby on the way here in the next week or so,
man, when's that happening?
Yeah, the due date is the home UNC game, so
okay. All right.
I guarantee you it's gonna be like first pitch, and then it's like get the phone call. So good luck.
Good luck to you and the wife on that. That's exciting. Good stuff. All right, Eric. Let's see. Anything else? How'd you guys do at trivia last night?
We did not do so hot. Yeah, we got stumped on a couple of the questions, but it is what it is.
Chandler's team finished. Chandler, we got to talk about what happened. I apologize to your team. I don't think you were there. Last round, last question. The Super Bowl MVPs, tell me where every Super Bowl MVP went to college.
That was tough.
Since 2000. So it was kind of a two-parter. You had to think of who won the MVPs, then think of where they went to school. Mm-hmm. And y'all's first answer...
that was a brain fart on my... But now, I did say, hey, I said, do you want to go Eastern Kentucky? And they were like, Eastern Kentucky? Yeah, we can go ahead with that. And I said,
knew what you
Eastern
meant.
Kentucky. And as soon as you didn't say anything, you just stared at me for about 5 seconds. I was like, oh wait, I don't think it's Eastern Kentucky. And then I was like, it's Eastern Washington.
Yeah,
and that was
I'm
brutal.
sorry, I had to accept that answer.
No, that's fine. That's
Obviously,
okay.
you were thinking Cooper Cup, Eastern Washington.
Yeah, that was just a brain fart.
CJ, you guys did pretty well last night.
I mean, we did all right.
Could have done better.
We flubbed the stump the Schwab. That
Yeah.
wasn't good. We got 2, and then we got
And
3 strikes in a
the
row.
round 2 with the Super Bowls, y'all were always like, y'all were 1 year off.
We
like,
said
every
Randy
question.
Moss for like 3 answers.
Yeah.
I actually liked that round. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
It was kind of fun to look up because you don't think a lot about great performances by losing teams. You always think about the winner. So we did that round. So we had a good crowd last night.
Huge crowd.
We'll go late night next week so we can head over to Minji's, watch some basketball.
Sounds good.
And then we'll do a speed round of trivia coming up 9 o'clock. AJ's, come out and join us. Watch some sports. We had the Canes on last night. We had some basketball.
TNT.
And Sam wanted to watch the...
I wanted to watch it too.
Well, you didn't speak up.
What? There were 2 people versus like 15 that
Let
said
your
boo.
You gotta let your voice be heard.
What event are we talking about?
The Daytona. What was it? Just like practice?
It was qualifying.
Qualifying?
It was. I
See
mean,
him right around the track.
I would have rather watched that than UNC get blown out by 6 and 10 Pitt or whatever they are.
Hey, that was kind of enjoyable.
I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed
guess.
that a lot.
So anyway, all right, Eric, anything else before we let you run out of here?
Looking forward to this weekend. Excited to see you, I guess, Saturday out at the park, and it'll be a good time.
Got Morgan Ehlers Friday on the PA.
Yeah.
And I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. Can't wait. Really excited about it to get another season underway. Eric, thanks for dropping by, man. We'll see you this weekend.
Right. Thanks, Clip. See you guys.
Eric Ward, ECU Marketing, joining us to kick off a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back. We'll have our rundown, our Bud Light ECU report, let you know everything going on. And go over that schedule again. Got a football schedule out. Back with you on PRL after this.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
If you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems, professional cleaning of your air ducts can help. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 other viruses, including the coronavirus. And if you get your house ductwork cleaned now, you'll receive a free dryer vent cleaning valued at $150. Carolina Quality Air, family owned and operated right here in Winterville, and the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. Visit them online today at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations, in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates for Mexican food and fun. It's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Mr. Clip Brock.
Thank you, Mr. Chandler Honeycutt.
You're welcome, Mr. Stinky. Craig
on Facebook Live says, can we do a Chandler chase for baseball? Now, what would that mean? Well, for those unaware, at Braves games, they do a Beat the Freeze challenge where this super fast guy dresses up in a costume and he's named the Freeze, and regular schmoes get a head start, and then the Freeze just like blows by them. They run around the entire outfield wall.
In this case, I would have to be the one to get a head start.
So you're chasing Chandler, the Chandler chase, where we'll send you off for about 5 to 7 seconds.
That's what it should be called, Chasing Chandler.
Chasing Chandler.
That sounds like a movie.
We'll get a kid, like a 12-year-old kid, that just like bolts up and catches you at the very end. I like it. Something new, something different. Susan Dean says, hashtag fire Matt Rule.
No way she didn't say that.
Are you shocked?
I'm very shocked.
Well, shock and all. Robert says, PEDs? Nah, just water and Mountain Dew. That's all I got. All right. We got a football schedule. So we're
home heavy in September.
We're all very selfish individuals as Americans, as humans, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We look out for number one.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for ourselves. So when I'm looking at a schedule, I'm thinking about me. Just like when you look at a schedule, you think about you. You think, oh, we're going to tailgate. We're going to get a hotel for this week. What am I going to do about this?
We got a wedding that weekend.
No, Chandler, we don't, because real people don't get married during football season. How many, hey, there's a good question. How many football Saturdays are you taking off this year?
I think I have a wedding.
Are you kidding me?
But it's in December.
But
so you might be off for the bowl game?
No. If the bowl game happens to fall on the wedding, I'm sorry.
Priorities.
All right.
I'm not going to the wedding.
We got this on record, and we're going to play that at the wedding during the ceremonies.
Yes, with any of the groomsmen. And I'm a groomsman in that wedding, by the way. And does any of the groomsmen have anything to say? And you just play the recording.
Yes, we have this recording from Chandler Honeycutt, who couldn't be here today. I'm not sorry. Screw your wedding.
Yeah. ECU's in a bowl game.
So, Romy, we've got October 28th at Brigham Young, according to the schedule.
I remember the last time we went there.
Great game. Weird game.
Block punt for a touchdown by Giannis Bowden.
I think one on their side, too. I think it was block punts by both teams. That was something weird.
What was that, like 2017, 18, something like that?
2015.
Was it? I thought we played...
I was a senior in high school.
Because Blake Kent
was the quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I know Zay Jones had a touchdown in that game. Maybe our very own Bryce Williams. I know he had some big catches in that game. Maybe not a touchdown, but I know we talked about. We'll definitely have to talk about and go back down memory lane with Bryce Williams that week of that game.
The quarterback for them was it Tanner Mangum,
who was there for like 10 years.
Yeah, but was he filling in for Taysom Hill, or was Hill already gone?
I want to say that he was filling in for him. I remember there was an injury on the BYU
I don't know if it was Hill or not.
But I remember because they came to Greenville in 2017.
Yeah, so Hill was there 2012 to 2016.
And Mangum was still there.
So Hill would have been the QB, but he was hurt.
Yeah.
Because he was at BYU. Why are we talking about this? Because the BYU game is October 28th, according to the ECU football schedule, and that would be a Friday. Then the Pirates are off, and then November 11th, which is also a Friday, they will play Cincinnati. That's back-to-back Friday games with an off date in between. You know what that means, boys?
What's that mean?
3 straight Saturdays off. That's what I'm thinking about.
You're thinking about yourself.
I am.
Selfish.
I'm thinking about watching football all day in my sweatpants on Saturday and not moving nary a muscle.
Sounds like a nice weekend to me.
That's all I'm looking forward to now.
I think
that
the weekend,
3 Saturday stretch.
I think the weekend of the BYU game, I'm actually going to a race, so I'll be going as well.
Where at a race at?
Martinsville, Virginia.
Martinsville, the paperclip. Look at me.
There you go, Cliff. You said you knew nothing.
I know all the cliches and the you get a clock up there somewhere. And
the important stuff.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so again, Chandler, you reminded me yesterday that ECU was 7-5 this year, 7 home games, 5 road games. Which, if you start 4 straight home games and it's 6-6, you're in for a nightmare the second half of the season. It's the way it's set up this time. You've got back-to-back road dates twice on the schedule, so they go back-to-back road in October to begin it with South Florida and Tulane. And then back-to-back road that we just mentioned a moment ago, BYU, Cincinnati. But a off date in between those.
That Tulane road game is going to be tough.
Why is that?
Michael Pratt, he's a really good quarterback, and they're going to be looking for revenge because the Pirates put the beat down on them in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium in Corey Glor's first year.
Of all the games you look at as tough, that one kind of surprises me.
No, I mean, that's just, you mentioned it, and I thought about it. The revenge they're going to be seeking on the Pirates, and Corey Glor is going to be laughing. Ha 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 ha.
Hello. I wonder how many wins we'll have for that when we get to that Houston game November 19th, because that feels like a big game, big ball game, to borrow a phrase from Mark Lindsay. Houston at home. So yeah, good stuff. I mean, you want to get through September 3-1 if you can.
Yeah.
That would include a victory over NC State, where the Pirates will be an underdog, or back-to-back victories over the Navy Midshipmen. That's assuming you can knock off ODU and the Campbell Fighting Camels.
Mike Minter, former Carolina Panther, is their head coach.
Did Campbell have a higher rated recruiting class than ECU?
Possibly.
You were the one telling me they were ranked so high.
Well, they got Pat White as their quarterback's coach.
Yeah.
If everybody remembers Pat White.
Well, he doesn't want...
They flipped a guy who was going to... it was a Power 5 school, and they got him to flip.
Was it SEC, like Auburn or something?
Yeah, it was somewhere like that, and they got him to flip from wherever to Campbell.
Pat White wants no part of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. He's going to have nightmares rolling in here. Like flashbacks.
Whoa, wow.
They might have to.
He's going to be feeling the wrath of Pierre Bell.
You know what we need to do?
JJ Millbrook.
We need to get those guys from that team to show up that game and just be like
recognize them during one of the timeouts in the first quarter.
If you could get them the sideline passes, they can't get that close to the Campbell team or players. But either have him, or if he's the QB coach, you think he's up top or on the sideline? If he's up top,
I hope he's on the sideline.
If he's up top, we need to get him a suite. So, he looks over and sees Linville Joseph.
Everybody direct your attention to the 20-yard line where we were recognized the 2008 ECU football team who defeated West Virginia September whenever in 2008. And Pat White's over there foaming at the mouth.
I like it. What do you got, CJ?
As the 247 sports rankings
we call it 24/7.
Whatever. 247 rankings go.
All right, go ahead.
East Carolina has the 86th ranked recruiting class. Campbell sits at 89.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
Wow. Campbell, however, does have 1 4-star. ECU has 0.
Yeah. Interesting.
You know who the first head coach in Campbell football history was?
Your mom?
Oh!
Got him. Wasn't it Mike Minner?
Dale Steele.
Oh, you're right. You're very right. Good stuff, Chandler.
Yep.
It was not your mom, and it was not Mike Minner. It was Dale Steele.
Sorry, Mom. You are not the first head coach in Campbell football history.
Mike Minner has been there a while now. So, all right, getting a little football talk in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Baseball talk. Chandler, give me Cliff Godwin 1 from yesterday. This is Cliff Godwin when he is asked if he has a starting rotation for us set for the Bryant series.
I do. Garrett Saylor will go on Friday, Cooch will go on Saturday, and then Jake Hunter, a freshman, will go on Sunday.
What's Wisenhunt's status?
He will not pitch this weekend. Violation of a team rule, and so he will not pitch.
How long is that going on for?
I don't know.
All right.
I feel like you can feel the confusion and awkwardness throughout the media group there as he did not mention Carson Wisenhunt's name.
It did get very awkward.
Chandler, give me cut 3. Why was Carson Wisenhunt suspended?
I'm going to give you the Bill Belichick violation of a team rule, not rules, rule. Singular. Yep.
Singular. Violence. So, a lot of rumors floating around out there as to why Carson Wisenhunt is suspended. I won't get into any of those. Maybe my guest will today, but until I know something concrete, I will not speculate as to why he is suspended. Cliff Godwin, 2, with Wisenhunt out, is your message to the team that other guys need to step up?
This is no disrespect to Carson Wisenhunt, but it's the deepest pitching staff that we've ever had here. And I told them if they were scared to play because he wasn't pitching, then turn in their uniform. So I feel very confident with the guys we're going to run out there.
All right, and 3 players actually turned in their uniform. Just kidding.
I'm so scared, Coach. Take my uniform.
For Rudy, Coach. For Carson, Coach. For Carson, Coach. So yeah, Pirates are ready to roll. Next man up. That next man is
Garrett Saylor.
Who would you rather have at the helm of your ship than a sailor like Garrett? Why are you look so confused?
No, I was getting ready to answer the question, and then I found out that it was a pretty good joke.
So is that
supposed to be funny?
Is that an example where I was good to get out of my lane, or
that was you stayed in your lane, but don't cross that line. Stay in it. Don't get out of it.
Don't even reach for the turn signal.
You fat, stinky son of a.
When I was doing my practicing driving, like the driving portion of the driving, not the test, but what do you call it? Driver's ed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
10 and 2.
I was just like so terrified of absolutely crushing a car that's going on the other lane that I would drive on like the side of the road. And the whole time the guy was like, "Get me off the white line. I'm on the white line." So I have trouble, Chandler. I had trouble as a 15-year-old
staying in your lane,
staying in my lane. I'm a habitual non-lane stayer is what I am. Bud Light ECU Report brought to you by Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, the official beer of the ECU Pirates. And East Carolina taking on Bryant coming up. We'll talk more about that one later on with Mully. We'll talk some baseball.
No, we won't.
I mean, can I ask you a question or two? Because I think this
you're a host of a radio show, right?
Yeah.
Well, no crap. You can ask me questions. I mean, what kind of question is that?
You just said we won't talk baseball.
Yeah, we won't, son. I mean, you can ask me questions, but I mean, you want to talk about the Phoenix, whatever, the waste management, whatever.
The Phoenix Suns, son?
Phoenix Suns, son.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
No.
Who's your all-time favorite Phoenix Sun, Mully?
Probably Stoudemire.
Stoudemire?
Amari Stoudemire.
Are you? I call him Stoudemire, as everyone else does.
Stoudemire. He's a stud.
Okay.
Son.
All right.
Stud.
Okay. All right. 10-4. We'll talk to Mully later on. Also, Billy Weaver. Also, Troy D. Fantasy NASCAR. Pirate Hoops tonight, boys.
Let's do it. Thursday night hoops.
Thursday night hoops.
This is weird.
What's weird?
That is on Thursday.
Not your traditional
night of ECU hoops.
Wednesday?
Nah. We had a Tuesday night game last week. That was weird.
Yeah. East Carolina is a 2-point underdog on the road tonight.
You were all over it.
I said 2.5. How you feeling?
If we're going to get a win and get off the schneid, it's going to be tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a 1-game losing streak.
Once again, get off the schneid.
Okay. South Florida stinks. They have 2 wins in conference play. East Carolina has 3, less stinky. And I say this as someone who knows about stinking.
Stinking.
The total for the game over under 129.5. Jeff Charles said yesterday that when the Bulls and Pirates get together, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing games to watch. It's not a James Naismith Hall of Fame type viewing experience. Maybe tonight will be different, but I got a feeling I got it like a 58 to 54.
You like the under?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like first to 60 wins.
If they get there.
If somebody gets there. Yesterday I joked first to 50, so let's split the difference.
55?
55 could win it tonight in the whatever they call that place. Glenn, you tired or just bored with the show?
He just got in here and he's tired of hearing you.
Yeah, that was a loud yawn in Studio B. So Pirates basketball tonight, baseball tomorrow, also softball going on all weekend, and lacrosse, as Eric Ward talked about.
Here in Greenville and in Tampa, as softball surely is on the way to Tampa.
That's right.
For a softball weekend.
Extravaganza?
Yeah.
Would some say?
Yeah.
Bad loss last night by the Ponies. SMU loses on the road at Temple. And, I mean, just hear the grunts coming from Studio B. That's what it happens when you lose 64 to 57.
Damn.
All right, relax.
Sorry.
Okay. SMU had a 6-point halftime lead. They blew it, and Temple came away with the win. And I don't know. As far as at-larges go now, SMU 18-6, 9-3. Actually, Memphis is Joe Lenardi's first team out, and that was on Monday. Since then, Memphis has knocked off Cincinnati, and coming up next, I want to say they have a big game. Oh, they play at SMU. So that is a huge one for both of those teams. Might knock one of them out.
Yeah.
That is a ESPN game on Saturday at 3:00.
What did
Sunday. I'm sorry.
What did K-Town's Damian Dunn do in the win over SMU?
Great question, Chandler, and I'm going to give you an answer on that. Damian Dunn, a.k.a. the man from Kinston, did not play.
Nice.
Okay.
Not in the box
The
score.
fact that they won without Damian Dunn is pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And it just goes to show that I still think it's Houston and everybody else, but everything beyond that, it could be a wacky tournament. See East Carolina getting hot, winning a game or two. You could say that about Cincinnati, Wichita
What
State,
year was
Temple.
it? We had Barkley on the team. We just went on an unexpected run in the tournament.
And by that, you mean like 2 wins.
But I don't think we were expected to go by the first round.
The most hyped I've been in a long time was when it was Morrow, Young, that team, and they knocked off the top seed, Southern Miss, and then I think lost to Memphis in the semis. They were like 1 game away from being in the championship, and that's when the juices started flowing, and they lost that game to Memphis. They had beaten Memphis like a week ago on senior day at home, and man, I was fired up. Anytime East Carolina wins 1, especially 2 conference tournament basketball games, you start to think, why not us? Could we be the Cinderella? Could we be the team to do it? Now we're just trying to beat a crappy USF team tonight on the road. So we'll get the tournament ball when we get there.
Maybe we can get matched up against one of those on the bubble teams in the conference tournament and ruin their fun. If we can't have fun, neither can they.
Little spoiler action. Play the role of the spoiler.
I like it.
Houston at home tonight against UCF. Some Pac-12 games. Not a great slate of games tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Hey, Bonnie's win and cover yesterday, for those that don't know. Hornets. Oh, Chandler, you're talking Hornets, T-Wolves, and you said Pat Beverly's annoying?
Yeah.
Last night, Patrick Beverly got a technical before the opening tip-off.
I saw that.
What did he
I
do?
saw that. He is a chippy fella.
Do you remember who he was rubbing elbows with? He and another player got into an altercation as they were lining up for the opening tip-off.
And they both got text.
and they were both like fighting for position. Again, while everybody's just standing around like dabbing each other up.
Yeah, chilling.
Beverly's trying to get his spot. The other guy they start bumping hips and elbows.
Play ball.
So did they start the game with like dual free throws rather than a tip?
Nah, I don't know how techs work in the NBA. I think they just teed them up and then toss the ball up.
Okay.
Because sometimes you get a free throw.
But I mean, if either one of those players get another tech, they're gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Tonight, the Hornets play the Heat at home. I have no hope, Chandler. No hope.
We just got to get these guys back, man.
What guys?
The guys.
What?
You know who I'm talking? The guys.
Who are the guys?
Gordon Hayward.
Guy.
McDaniels.
Guy.
Cody Martin.
Guy.
Integral piece.
Cody Martin, who at one point led the NBA in 3-point percentage.
You know what? Screw that. They have LaMelo Ball. They have Miles Bridges. They just acquired Montrezl Harrell. They've got guys. They got enough to win. Win a game.
One guy that makes me sick to my stomach.
Mason Plumlee.
And his name is Mason Plumlee.
All right. That's going on tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
CJ, you watching NASCAR tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
Explain it to me like I'm 5, and not one of those smart, academically gifted 5-year-olds, but one of those real dumb 5-year-olds that puts the square blocks in the circle hole.
Understood. Okay, so little clip.
What's going to happen tonight?
So little clip. Yesterday, do you remember
this
when that
fit in the hole?
Little clip? I'm trying to talk to you.
I can't fit this in here. I got to go pee-pee.
I'm going to walk out.
I just pee-peed my pants. Explain it to me.
Okay, little clip. Are you done playing with your toys?
What's going to happen tonight?
Say something.
All right. Last night, they had the qualifying, and that set literally just the front row.
Who's on the front row?
Kyle Larson and Joey Logano.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither. So, tonight, they're going to do the duels based on who qualified in what position yesterday, like all their times. That counts towards the lineups for tonight. They run 2 duels. The first duel, I think, is going to set the outside row of the 500. The second duel will set the inside row of the 500.
What is a duel?
It is pretty much it's like 60 laps, I believe, as opposed to the 200 that they'll run on Sunday.
We'll call it a race.
Yeah, a mini race. There's not a purpose to it. It's because everybody wants to see some racing.
Well, normally qualifying is solo, right?
Correct.
And you get your speed and your time.
And that's what they did last night. So
this is actually, you're racing other cars.
Yeah, it is a race.
So it's a little more exciting than normal.
And there is something to race for. If you win the duel tonight, you do get 10 playoff points that will count towards the playoffs. So there is something to go for.
Okay. Let's see. Are there lines for this thing?
I don't see why there wouldn't be. There were lines for the Clash.
Duel 1 odds. Let's check them out real quick, CJ. See what we got here. Chase Elliott is the favorite, plus 375. So you can actually... Oh, and Duel 2, Denny Hamlin, the favorite.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Now, this says Joey Logano is racing.
He is, yes. You still have to race the duel, but you can take the green flag, and as long as you take the green flag, you're good. So he doesn't really have to do anything past that, but he does have to take the green.
Meaning what? Complete a lap?
Pretty much, yeah. You have to start the race.
Start the race?
Yeah, so I believe you can just start the race and go park it.
What time is this?
First one's at 7. I think the second one will be 9.
All right. I think you explained that to me like I'm 5.
Well, somehow in the middle of me explaining this stuff to you, you stopped playing with your toys and throwing a tantrum and actually started.
Well, you weren't doing a great job of explaining it, so I had to explain it.
Well, I can't walk in the studio and make you put your toys down and stop playing.
You could, but you didn't. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1. Mike Mullis joining us at 4 o'clock. We got Billy Weaver also on the program today. Troy D. Fantasy NASCAR draft. We'll talk Pirate baseball, Pirate football, and Pirate hoops all along the way. We're back with you after this.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject, rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up the college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer here in Greenville today at 493-0002 and put the life back in life insurance.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Uptown Greenville's newest dining experience is open and ready to serve you. The Sidebar, a Tex-Mex fusion restaurant, offers dinner and weekend brunch. Located at 707 Dickinson Avenue, right beside the DAP House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest information on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates!
Hey Greenville, Bagel Man here with some exciting news. We are now open for dinner. This is the first time ever for dinner in our 33 years. Our entire menu is available, plus some new sandwiches like the roast beef cheddar, the Italian sub, and the meatball parm. You can also get French fries and home fries as a side for any of your sandwiches. Order online for pickup or delivery, and don't forget about our great catering. We're available 7 days a week. We can deliver or you can pick it up. Bagel Man here.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into the PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, the big dog. Got Troy D coming up later. Mike Mullis in the green room. Let's take a look at a not so great Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard, brought to you by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Saw it earlier today, and I have not checked in a while. Harold Varner III playing at the Genesis Invitational, brought to you by Phil Collins. Yeah, y'all don't know that.
In the air tonight? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, Romy.
Yes, I know who that is.
Yes, Romy.
I can feel it.
Harold Varner III is 5 over on the day.
Ouch.
That is not good.
Ouch.
That puts him at 101st place. First. 101st.
He's in first?
Yeah.
The leader is 5 under par. So bad day on the course for HV3. But tomorrow is only a day away, and he can make up for all that with a great round. Still on the course as we speak. We'll keep you updated on Harold Varner III playing out in California. We got a question.
Oh!
From our halftime buddy, Steve Fuller. Steve Fuller says, excluding South Florida, does ECU have anyone that could start for another AAC team? Brandon Suggs could start for any team in the country, although he doesn't start for ECU. So he is excluded from this conversation.
Okay, that was awkward.
Let's see.
Vance Jackson, maybe?
Yeah.
Vance Jackson.
Did you sneak Tristan Newton in anywhere, do you think?
If not, he'd be a really good 6-man, but
Yeah.
he probably would start for another team. So
That might be it, though.
Steve, I hear your point. Let's go get a win tonight, though. How about that?
Let's do it.
Let's go do that. I meant to ask that music that was playing. Have you guys ever been to a rave?
Bum, bum, dun, dun, bum, dun. Like a party, just basically with loud music where you can't hear the people that you're around.
Well, a rave? No. A rave is like an all-night thing in like a warehouse, right? And you take weird drugs and dance for like 8 hours.
How do you know what you're asking me on live radio if I've ever done that?
Never.
I know the answer.
Yes, I have.
This week?
I mean, really?
I think we might be the most 3 unrave guys in America.
I'm not a rave guy at all.
Nah, I'm not a raver.
I wasn't raised that way.
Do you want to? You think we should throw one
here at the studio?
And who's coming?
I don't. We'll just invite everybody.
And who's coming?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Just because you invite them doesn't mean they're coming.
No, well, we will find out when we get there, when the lights hit, and we break out the glow sticks.
Yeah.
Invite Mully.
Mully, you a big rave guy? Well, Mully's coming in here in a moment. We'll ask him. Mike P. asks, what's on the Sugboat Buffet, a.k.a. the Sugfay tonight? I had some... what I like to call some za for lunch.
Za. Okay. I saw the za back in the raw. Back in the back raw.
I don't think I've ever seriously called it za.
I've heard some of my friends say it.
Do you just want to smack them?
I will know. Do I want to? I knock them out. I knock them the hell out.
Just straight out.
Don't ever say that.
I had some pizza pie earlier for lunch, so I'm feeling a little... I know I don't look it, but I'm feeling a little fat right now.
Fat!
So I want to go something lighter, like a wrap.
Like Jack lighter?
A salad, Jack. Maybe I want a chef salad, so I want a salad bar. How about you, CJ? What do you want
I was
tonight?
thinking a little more extravagant tonight, like a steak and baked potato.
Like a bull steak. Maybe we should incorporate the opponent into what we eat.
Genius.
Yeah.
What are we eating for Wichita State?
Wichita steak.
You're not on the boat.
Well, it would have to be...
I'm just giving suggestions from the doc.
It would have to be something wheat-based, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Turkey on wheat. Something
Genius.
Wheaties. I don't know if
I'm going to go hungry.
I don't know if I've ever had Wheaties before.
I haven't either.
Steve Hill, exactly. Steve says he'll come to the rave. Another very non-rave guy.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's just us four standing around. Chandler's the DJ. You look like a DJ. You're good at this.
The
Chandler.
backwards hat and the hand on one ear.
The hand on one ear.
That did it.
On the headphone.
Oh, he's not done.
And you always have a finger on. You're not really even doing anything. It just looks like you are hitting buttons. You're getting in trouble. Shirley's gonna get mad at you.
What's she gonna do from Tampa?
Oh,
dude,
softball, Shirley.
You better watch it, buddy. You are on thin ice. All right, let's take a time. Oh, here we go. Dad's here. You gotta stop messing around. Mully's here.
Oh, geez.
We will talk baseball.
There's that music again.
What a jam. We'll get Mully's thoughts on the Waste Management Open. We've been waiting for this all week.
Really?
We'll talk a little everything with Mike Mullis when he joins us right after these words.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody
Everybody loves burgers.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fussell from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswears and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, thank you, Chandler. Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer producing today's softball Shirley on the road down in Tampa, where the Pirates will be playing basketball tonight, getting her softball on. Still doing it all these years later, Mike Mullis. Shirley Rhodes, the athlete, just can't take the softball out of her.
No, you take the girl out of softball, but you can't take softball out of the girl.
There you go. Well said. Mully, how you doing, man?
I'm good, buddy.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, you hadn't.
That would explain it.
Well,
rough one on the course today for Harold Varner III, playing at the Genesis. That's out in California.
Playing at Riviera.
+5 on the day for his opening round. Was still on the course at last check. But he is coming off a tournament where he missed the cut. And then previous to that, Mully, we saw him win in a stacked field, right? Over
a good field, yeah, for sure.
The best field of that weekend.
The best field of any of his wins,
yeah.
which is kind of it's a small body of work.
And he has 2 wins now, and they have both not been on American soil.
I've got a theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
My theory is that Harold is a East Carolina guy, as we've discussed before. Actually, Troy and I discussed that when you were on hiatus there. But in true Pirate spirit, I'm not sure that he can win anywhere that serves his favorite libation, which appears to be Bud Light. So I think his chances are better in non-Bud Light serving countries.
Or areas, because I was thinking, is there like a Salt Lake, like a Utah Mormon type tournament,
maybe,
where there's no alcoholic beverages inside?
And obviously, I'm kidding.
Right.
I think he'll do fine. But it is
just interesting.
It is interesting that because we were literally a group talking about it, and I looked it up and saw that in Saudi, where he won, a couple weeks ago, Budweiser, all these major booze distributors or manufacturers have a very tough time in creating inroads into those markets because of the Saudi culture and the kind of frowned upon idea of consuming alcoholic beverages.
Well, your theory would make sense as to why he was 2 and done last week, because all that was happening.
That is a party.
Yeah,
that whole thing's a party, and you come off. He just won $1 million, and plus whatever his appearance fee was. I would have probably erred on the side of having a good time last weekend in Phoenix as well.
All right, Mully, the $1 million question. We've talked about it all week. We've heard from fake Mike Mullis and got his thoughts on what happened. How about real Mike Mullis? The celebration, the throwing beer onto the greens, all that. What do you think? Good or bad?
The hole-in-one's one thing. The hole-in-one, they had a hole-in-one celebration, and then JT had a chip in, same hole, and they did the same thing again. I think number one, I think you're putting the players in danger.
It is interesting then when it happens at a Tennessee football game, everybody is like scared and leaving the field. And then the same thing's happening in the golf tournament, but it's like a happy thing, so nobody really scatters. They all just kind of sit there and watch it. I saw a guy taking pictures that looked like he was part of the event, like as a representative.
Because the problem is it is an anomaly in golf. It's like the most anti-golf thing that could happen. So I think it's kind of cool, like the first time,
right?
But now it's like, okay, hey, we've done this. We don't want to beat the green up. We don't want to hit anybody. The delay in play, the game is already takes as much time as it takes. I don't see where it's a positive. It needs to be something that is done all the time. I can tell you at a place like Augusta, there's no chance. But that tournament has become the anti-golf tournament with the stadium green there at the par 3. So I mean,
and that is, I knew the Waste Management is where guys heckle and cheer and get loud and act a little more rowdy than they would at other courses. This is the first year I've seen the actual par 3 setup where it's like its own stadium.
It is.
Almost.
And it is it is a golf event that is tailgated for. I mean, they get there early, they stake their claim, they start having a few drinks early. By the time it gets later in the day, 3-4 hours in, you have to expect that, things are going to be amplified a little bit, and people have their, liquid courage running through them. So, but I don't. Do I want to see it happen all the time? No. Yeah, it happened. Okay, but I guess it was cool. Whatever. Let's move on. But it certainly is not. It's not golf.
It was going on the same weekend as the Super Bowl. In fact, the final round was the same day as the Super Bowl. I am going to assume it's the same weekend next year. The Super Bowl next year, Mully, is in Arizona. Now, I don't know the proximity to where the Cardinals play and to where this event is, but it sounds like a giant party is coming to Arizona next
And
February.
you know what? They may opt not to do that. They may opt not to have them on the same
To do
weekend.
it another weekend.
Yeah, to do it another weekend, because how much would it deter from the golf tournament? It wouldn't take anything away from the Super Bowl. I don't think it's the fans of the community that attend the Super Bowl. I think it's people coming in from all over. But yeah, I mean, that would be a great time to be in the Scottsdale area if that's the case.
All right, talking some golf with Mike Mullis. Golfing weather popping
it's nice
up here.
out, yeah.
Good stuff. And maybe the best opening weekend weather for ECU baseball that I can recall. Going to be some rain tomorrow, perhaps.
Right.
And it's going to get a little cooler, but it's not freezing. sleep.
No. I don't know. I guess the decision is to stay the course, and maybe they backing the first game up a little bit, or maybe trying to go at 4. I guess 4 o'clock start time.
It's a 4, yeah.
So but a doubleheader on Saturday, if it were necessary, wouldn't be a terrible thing, because, like you said, it's going to be high 58, and they could squeeze 2 games in the bulk of the sunlight. So, but yeah, you're right. It should be a good weekend, and and it's always fun, man. When they get it started back up, and I've been over and seen Pitt play a time or two. I actually caught them on the road at Barton, and so there's college baseball going. It's hard to believe we're at it again.
We talked to our Pirate players inside the Players Lounge on Mondays. We'll be doing that each and every week, and was supposed to do this yesterday, had to reschedule due to Pitt Community College practice, but Pitt outfielder Shea Ward and some of his teammates are going to drop by next week and talk about Pitt baseball. So Tommy Eason and the guys underway, and we'll keep you updated on how the Bulldogs do this year as well. Mully, ECU takes a hit before they can even take the field. Carson Wisenhunt, the ace, the lefty, was penciled in to be your Friday guy for East Carolina this week and this year. Well, he has been suspended for violating a team rule, according to Cliff Godwin. So he is not in the rotation this weekend. We'll see what that means moving forward, but not the news you want to get. A couple of days ahead of your opener. Cliff Godwin says his staff is deep, his team is deep, but that is a tough guy to replace, your Friday guy.
Yeah, I think it's it's obviously unfortunate. It's unfortunate regardless of where the guy is in your kind of in your pecking order and what your expectations are for the season, and you've worked hard to get here, and you kind of even lay out situational guys. Hey, if we get here, we may want this guy. So to lose, arguably maybe your best arm, definitely a really good left-handed arm, projected first rounder, to lose him, I think. And again, speaking just from my thoughts, I would think the disappointment of him not being able to participate obviously is one thing, but I think the disappointment of the time investment in this guy. Now he's supposed to be your guy, he's supposed to be your donkey, and he apparently clearly has made a decision that wasn't a very good one, but that's the beauty of recruiting and feeling good about your team and having some depth, and it truly is. The next guy's got to do it, and it could have been an injury. I mean, we've seen this before with Gavin Williams a couple years ago, broken finger. So I mean, it happens. It's part of the game that you lose guys. It's very unfortunate in this situation that you've had somebody that has spent time and invested the energy and effort, and now has made a decision that'll forfeit his opportunity to start on Friday night in the home opener.
Mully, you talk to a lot of folks inside the program and outside the program. Do you know anything about Jake Hunter at all? Or
I don't. And I've seen them scrimmage a few times, and I've not seen him. But I tell you what I know about him just by him being named the Sunday starter is he's probably a stud. So
apparently he mowed him down last Sunday at practice. Cliff Godwin said he stacked the lineup against him, and he went 4+, no runs, 1 hit. Chandler,
he only gave up 1 hit.
Yeah. So, and that was Godwin. We compared it to like spring ball, where the defense dominates while you're angry at the offense. Godwin, he was happy about Hunter, but said he took it to Worrell and Agnos, those guys. Why are you not hitting this kid?
Well, and that's the thing that and we've talked about this every year going into the opening week is. You want to see your guys pitch well, but you'd like to see your guys hit well. So it's kind of like, how do you know exactly where you're at until you roll them out there? So I mean, they've recruited this club. They know what's in there. They know what's in the dugout. They know what's in the locker room. And again, it gives another guy a chance. And we'll just have to move forward. Hopefully, whatever issue it is, it gets resolved, and we get to see Carson pitch for the Pirates in the next weeks or so.
You got any names, Mully? Hearing a lot about McChrystal, the catcher. What's the Trey Savage, the pitcher, a young guy? Any of these freshmen you've seen or heard about that you're excited to see?
I think you hit the nail on the head with both those guys. Savage, just from what I saw, great breaking ball. I like the freshman catcher. I think they've definitely improved in some areas, and then it'll be. Look, we didn't go into last season thinking Connor Norbert would do what he did, or
because he was coming off that shortened season where we were like, it's probably a little fluky, right?
But now we're going into this year with some unknowns. You've got some guys that got a lot of great ABs in the summer. Man, it's college baseball. You roll them out there. They'll spend a period of time trying to figure out, they being the coaching staff, trying to figure out what works chemistry wise and what works matchups wise. And how would you think anything other than East Carolina baseball is going to be just fine?
I know. Yeah, the results are the results from the past. Molly, I know you're not a speculate guy like this, but who is the Packard, the Norby, I guess, the Burley? I mean, who's the best candidate to be that? Is it Moylan? Is it Worrell? Is it Agnos?
I mean, Moylan reminds me some of Brickhouse more than some of the other guys. I feel like if Worrell could really put it together, like he is. Well, and he's really, and you have seen it in streaks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Agnos is a guy that I would start to think, okay, maybe see a little something there. Makarevich, there's nothing wrong with him. I mean, so it's. But what the people you just compared him to are first and second round draft pick, led the country, and I mean that's a tall order.
Yeah. No doubt.
And remember, it doesn't have to come from any one place. Production's production, right? I mean, it's just score more than they do, and you'll win every game. So it doesn't have to be any one dude, doing it.
Mully, what are your folks telling you about the teams in the state? Wolfpack going to be the real deal again this year? What about Carolina?
You have to think so. In Carolina, I think is they're looking to you got Scott Forbes going into his second full season down there, and it seems like he's been there longer than that, but they had he's been there so long anyway, and then taking over in the head job,
which they were kind of down.
That's kind of where I was going with that. Is you would expect them to want to prove a point that they are still Carolina baseball. So, but I think man, we've talked about it a lot on the air and off the air. The strength of the baseball within a 4-hour radius of here is extremely impressive, and I don't no reason to think it would be anything but that. Campbell's going to be good. It goes on and on. I think we're going to see some quality opponents. I would think UNC Charlotte. Their club, they kind of got some last minute pieces last year. They had a true freshman starting for them at second base. They played some shortstop. I mean, but I
gave the Pirates a scare.
So I think the State of the Union for the state of North Carolina baseball is a positive.
Well, I was listening to Pig Central's a Barstool show that I like, the Daily, and they were talking. They have a couple of guys from the South. One went to Mississippi State, one went to Ole Miss. They love college baseball.
Sure.
They talk about it. A couple other guys from New York that barely know college baseball is the thing. And even the Mississippi State guys said today, because they were talking about, they talk a lot of gambling. They were like, we need college baseball lines every day. And the Mississippi State guy was even like, I don't know if there's interest. So what if like the Major League Baseball talk delays everything? I mean, is there a chance college baseball could become more popular nationally, or is it always going to be a niche thing to you?
Well, see, I think it's far less niche than it's been before. I think we've seen it like in my time of from being in high school and playing, where the College World Series was that week, and that was what you got of college baseball. There was no other exposure to it.
I want to say, it used to be on like CBS when I was
it was on ESPN, and then they would flip it over to CBS. The only two things you would get like that were non-Major League Baseball were the Little League World Series and the College World Series.
Yeah.
But the College World Series was a lot easier game to watch for a non-educated, if you will, fan, because it was home run after home run, and
metal bat, ding,
metal.
ding.
That's right,
yeah.
and ball flying out of the old Rosenblatt. So,
Yeah.
and then we saw it kind of go the other way, right? When they said, "Hey, we're going to build the new ballpark," and then they get in the new ballpark, they dumb the bats down, and then you have a College World Series that had like one home run.
Mm-hmm.
So that turned off. I think we found the middle ground, and I mean, what you have, in my opinion, with people watching, especially the College World Series or late in the college season, is affiliation to alumni. It's the beauty of college athletics, right? It's you don't have to be a huge baseball fan, but if East Carolina's playing, let's go to tiebreakers and watch the game just through. So I think you're getting more and more of that. There's also,
and you're a guy. You say you like ESPN Plus.
I love it. That's what I was just getting ready to say. You can watch, and I will watch. I'll watch random games just to see how the teams are, just to see, but no, I mean, between the advent of the ACC, SEC network, and then what Plus runs anyway, man, you can catch lots of good games every day of the week.
You are starting to see more, and they'll throw it on like the Fox Sports channel or whatever, like you said, ACC network, but kind of flipping around, you'll catch a weekend baseball game where in years past you wouldn't. So.
Well, I was at lunch today and saw that Auburn was playing somebody in softball was being televised. And I don't know if that was a replay from last year, but just a cool thing that you're seeing these sports that are maybe one level down from what you typically expect with football and basketball, but one level down from an exposure standpoint. But I think there's already been a commitment. I read somewhere that ESPN said that on their platforms they would have 2,200 college baseball games this year.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So,
all right, Mully, and I mean, could you hate Major League Baseball any more than you do?
Man,
I mean, you were done before all this crap.
It's sad. It's sad to see. I mean, but man, the reality that I've come to is that any form, phase, or whatever of athletics right now is just a little bit different than it's ever been before. Mm-hmm. And that, I mean, I think that has
across the board.
Across the board. So I mean, it's again, not following the NBA nearly like a lot of folks do, but the stuff that's going on in the NBA, Harden goes, gets the big contract, decides he don't want to be there, babies his way out of it. They trade him. Ben Simmons still isn't ready to play, but he has his own press conference. And I mean, it's the whole.
Kyrie's played 16 games this year.
That's right. And but the visiting team could come in there and their guys don't have to be. I mean, how do you?
Yeah.
It is a soap opera. It's an absolute soap opera.
Chandler and I, we're Hornets fans. We just watch the Hornets and go on about our life and watch it as a basketball game.
Yeah,
but there's a lot.
It's crazy
around it all.
It's crazy. I mean, and I don't. But baseball's in a bad place right now. But and again, we've talked about this in the past. That baseball is it's so delicate, the viewership or the fan base now. Anyway, the last thing that they need to do is further fracture that. But that clearly looks like that's either going to happen or in some ways is happening right now with people just tired of millionaires arguing with billionaires.
Heck, we talk about it's still somewhat difficult to find a college baseball game. It's easier to watch college baseball than Major League Baseball.
Oh yeah, it's readily available to you.
That's kind of bad if you're Major League Baseball, right?
It's readily available to you. Yeah, and I don't know where the game goes. I really think we end up with a game that is, and when I say globally, we end up with a game that's more comparable to the fan base of cricket, where it's very localized to areas of the world that grew up. It's not like soccer. Soccer is exploding. Lacrosse seems to be digging in lots of places that it otherwise hadn't existed. So, but I think baseball's fan base is kind of going the other direction, and it'll just be
instead of the national pastime, it's the counties.
Yeah, it's
neighborhood pastime.
The fervor and love for youth baseball doesn't seem to be greatly diminished, but that too is a very different game
with the travel.
Yeah,
and everything.
With just the it seems like the game is all about exposure now, and a lot of and this may tick folks off, but in my opinion, the growing up in the game is all about where you're going to play next year. People forget to play the game that you're in right now.
Yeah,
it's you hear it a lot that hey, we're playing travel ball to get ready for All Stars, and then we're to play All Stars to get ready to go to win a high school state championship. Well, I mean, if you go out and play the game every time you get a chance and play it at your highest skill set and give it all you've got, all those other things are going to happen if they're meant to happen. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
And you could say, all right, well, let's get back to the basics. Let's just go the local route. But if you're a parent, I mean, you don't want your kid left behind. You almost have to stay with the trend, right? Or do you?
I don't know. I don't know that there's a right answer. I mean, I think it's does your child, and this applies baseball, softball, volleyball, cheerleading. It doesn't matter if it's a passion for them. Let them chase it. But I say, kind of put an asterisk on that and let them chase it for the right reasons, and that's to be the best they can be and enjoy the competition with their teammates that they have right now. Next year will take care of itself.
Mully, good chat. What did you think in there, fake Mully?
It was good. I mean, why do you care about my opinion all the time?
I will say, Chandler, I do have a request. And this is
what request do you want?
This is coming to you from several. If you could minimize the screaming in the microphone, that'd be a great thing, because I think you blew a couple speakers in different vehicles.
Wow. Okay.
So
All
just
right, well, I won't.
maybe bring that down just a little bit.
All right.
Okay. All right. Much better.
All right. I mean,
you sound like a really bad Elvis.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mully, thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely.
Mully has left the building.
We'll take a time out, come back. Billy Weaver, my cohort on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, will join me when we return. We'll talk everything going on in the world of sports after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, you know, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh, because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly, because grilled to order makes a sub above.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Chris Hasty with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. For more than 35 years, we've been taking care of the student athletes at East Carolina University. We are happy to receive the designation of official team physicians from the university. Whether you need assistance with a sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, my colleagues and I are here to help. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 51,000 followers today at PR927FM. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Thank you, Chandler Honeycutt. CJ Schaefer here as well. Mike Mullis just heading out. Billy Weaver heading in. We're going to talk to my co-host on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, Billy Weaver. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Weave, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, Cliff. How you doing?
Doing good. Getting ready for some Pirate baseball. East Carolina will take the diamond coming up Friday, 4 o'clock to open up the season against Bryant, 3-game set. And Weave, the big news, of course, East Carolina's ace, the lefty, Carson Wisenhunt, has been suspended, as Cliff Godwin put it yesterday, violation of team rule, singular. And that's about all he said about it. That means it'll be Garrett Saylor getting the ball in Game 1 for the Pirates. Jake Kuchmaner, the veteran, on Saturday. And then Jake Hunter, who, he was the talk Monday on Pirate Radio Live when we had the players in on the Players Lounge. Sounds like he has had a good offseason and really looked good last weekend, so they're going to give him the ball on Sunday. But Carson Wisenhunt out this week. We'll have to see what that means for the remainder of the year. Obviously, not the news you want heading into your season opener, though.
No, not at all. But the good news is that East Carolina's pitching staff is very deep, and Coach Godwin had said if anybody, I don't remember, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but if anybody is devastated by this and thinks that this is going to be a major blow for us, then go ahead and turn in your uniform now. And that's what you want from your head coach, is to tell these guys, hey, look, this is an All-American. I get that. He's our Friday starter. I get that as well. With him, we are a better team. I also get that. But let me just stress that we are a good team without him. No disrespect to Carson Wisenhunt, but as a head coach, and especially with the depth that Coach Godwin has in not only the pitching staff but on this entire roster, these guys have got to know that they've got to be able to battle through adversity all year, be it with a suspension, an injury. You never know when an injury is going to pop up at any time, and it could be your best player on the team. You got to go out and make do with what you have and be confident in what you have. So I agree with the way Coach Godwin has handled this situation. Now, as a fan of sports, as an ECU fan, personally, I think it's a big blow for him. It can't not be. I mean, you just look at his resume. You look at a guy that, could be a first-round draft pick in Major League Baseball's draft. He's a big lefty. He's going to be your Friday night starter. It's going to be hard. He's going to be missed. Will it be hard to overcome? I mean, I don't know if I want to use those words. I think the Pirates can overcome that problem. Now it becomes a situation of how long is Carson Wisenhunt going to be out? Is this going to be a season-long thing? And from what I've been hearing, and I guess it's probably now that since I'm officially out of the media, that people are a little more willing now to talk to me and tell me things that they would normally when I was in the media.
Yeah.
From what I'm gathering from folks that I know close to the situation, it doesn't look really good. This is something that could, let me just say, this is just something that could last more than this first weekend series. And that's not good news for the Pirates.
Yeah, and yesterday, it sounded like, and I made it sound like, that it would be a 1 week deal, 1 weekend, and we'll see him back at Chapel Hill. Maybe I'll backtrack off that some. And civilian Billy Weaver joining us has the info now that people will talk to him. When you were wearing the old TV shirt, nobody would give you this information.
Yeah, they're always afraid. Well, they're afraid to tell you anything off the record. And It's funny because, I had gotten those looks, and I even said, hey, I'm not in the media anymore. This is not my job.
Yeah.
Of course, I do come on Pirate Radio and all that, but it's from what I'm hearing, it's not a good situation, and I just hope that my source is wrong on this.
Billy Weaver joining us. We've should be potentially some really good opening weekend crowds. Usually when baseball rolls around, that first series in February, we're seeing temperatures in like the 30s and 40s. Now there's some rain in the forecast. I'm looking at it now for Friday, but looks like that's going to be all gone by around noon. So you would think if that holds up by 4 o'clock, it's going to be around 60 on Friday and ready for some baseball. And then looking into the weekends, it won't be the 75 that we're seeing today, but it'll be looks like above 50 at least for those first couple games, which is going to be chilly, but it's not the 38, 42 degree temperatures we've seen for some of these openers in years past.
Oh yeah, I can remember a couple years back that I had taken a picture out at Clark LeClaire Stadium of a snow-covered field. I think it was a week before opening day. And with Eastern North Carolina, if you've been here more than 2 days, you understand the weather can change drastically here in Eastern North Carolina, especially this time of year. Like today would be a perfect day to play baseball. I mean, it's beautiful, sunny outside, a little breezy, and then we could get 50, 40 degree temp. You just never know, but the good thing is the forecast does look pretty good. The one thing I'm most impressed about with this ECU baseball program and the team and the fans and everything is for the first time, I don't ever remember in my 22, 23 years here, covering ECU athletics, of season tickets being sold out. That's huge. That goes to show you the excitement around this program. And I think the Pirates, no matter what the weather is going to be like, there's going to be a good contingency of fans every game out at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And that just bodes well for the Pirates because we've seen how well the Pirates play when they feed off the fans there at Clark LeClaire.
Billy Weaver joining us. We've talked to Jeff Charles yesterday. He is now in Tampa getting ready for East Carolina, South Florida coming up tonight in hoops at 7 o'clock. And he said that these matchups in years past have not been very pleasing on the eyes. I joked first to 50 could win tonight. The total is at 130, so maybe first to 60, 65 wins tonight between these two struggling teams. East Carolina 3-9 in league play, South Florida 2-10. Pirates have a road win this year. We picked it up last week against Tulsa, trying to pick up road win number 2 tonight. And bad second half performance, really a great performance by SMU on Saturday. So the Pirates looking to get that taste out of their mouths when they hit the court tonight, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it was a bad second half for ECU against SMU. I was at that game, and if I remember correctly, I think they were only down 3 points at halftime. Yeah. In that second half, SMU just kind of turned it, put it into another gear. But then, the Pirates, there was a lot of self-inflicted wounds from the Pirates. I mean, ECU shot, I think, 6 of 22 from 3-point range. That's under 30%. The Pirates have to be successful when shooting the threes. And we saw that early in the season. A lot of those guys were hitting threes and playing really well. The Pirates, they've got to make sure that they protect the basketball as well. I think SMU scored 22 points off of 13 ECU turnovers. That's just, that's a recipe for disaster right there. So the Pirates tonight, they're going to have to protect the basketball and they're going to have to shoot the three. The good thing is that the team they're playing tonight has struggled as well. And I think they lost to Tulane last time at home.
Yeah, I got beat pretty bad by Tulane just a couple of nights ago. That was Tuesday night, Weave.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could probably still be reeling from that, or, they could be rallying the troops. Anytime you go on the road, and I've said this time and time again, and I think everybody in ECU's program has said this, when you go on the road, especially in basketball, it's tough to win. But the Pirates have, like you'd mentioned, they went on the road and they beat Tulsa. That was a big win for them, and hopefully they can do the same on this 2-game road trip before coming back home.
Yeah, Pirates take on Central Florida coming up Sunday at 2, and then they'll be back home next Wednesday in Minges Coliseum as they will welcome in South Florida, the team they're facing tonight. So these two teams will face off 2 times in less than a week. All right, let's tie a bow on the Super Bowl. Rams knocking off the Bengals. Game got a little stale and boring there in the second half. I guess credit to the defenses, but the Rams scored when they needed to. Looked like we might have some overtime, but they get the stop on 4th and 1. Overall, what did you think of Super Bowl 56?
Overall, it was entertaining. I mean, there was nothing that was going to, match up to the early round games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just were. I mean, they were just amazing games, and you kind of knew going into the Super Bowl, unless there was something just absolutely dramatic. And if those two teams would have, the Rams and the Bengals had gone up and down the field against each other, score for score, and then a dramatic ending where it goes into overtime, and then maybe another dramatic. That's the only way it would have topped it. I mean, it really would. So we were kind of set up for failure, so to speak. But I thought it was an entertaining game. I was just happy that it came down to the end of the game. And towards the end of the game, I thought the Bengals. I know this is not a popular stance, and we could debate about this forever and ever. But I think if I remember correctly, there's about a minute 48, minute 50 left on the clock. The Rams are on the 1 yard line. Both teams had 3 timeouts left. I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? The Rams have got 1st and goal from the 1. There's a minute 48, I think it was. They're going to go 4 times. They're going to run 4 times. They had to because they were down 4. I'm thinking if you're the Bengals, let them score. I know it's not popular, and they did score, but the Bengals had not wasted, but they had to use a timeout down there, so they used one of their timeouts. The Bengals could have gotten the ball back with almost 2 minutes left on the clock and 3 timeouts, and that's plenty of time to make something happen, which they still had plenty of time to go down and score and win the ball game or force an overtime. But yeah, Aaron Donald had something to say about that. So it was an entertaining game there. For the reasons I was pulling for the Bengals is because of the local connection. Obviously, Deontay Smith, with the connections to ECU, and there's just reasons that I wanted the Bengals to win, but there were reasons that I was happy, and one of those was Aaron Donald. I mean, he had a heck of a game. There was talk of him retiring, and I think he's going to come back for one more, according to the parade celebration. So. But overall, it was a pretty good Super Bowl. I was entertained for sure.
Billy Weaver joining us. That let them score, try to stop them stuff. It's a fascinating debate, and it's easy to do from our couches and our Super Bowl parties, Billy. But when you're on the sidelines and you're facing the heat and it's the Super Bowl, that's a really tough call to make. I remember, and I can't remember what game it was. Maybe you do, but we had this discussion with East Carolina and Mike Houston last football season. It might have been one of the close losses. It might even have been one of the close wins. I don't recall the game exactly. But do you let this team score? And because they're likely going to score, and you want to try to get the ball back. But one of those things that it's a decision that a coach has to make and live with there.
Yeah, and it's one of those decisions that it's only a good decision if you win the game.
If it works, yeah.
Because if you don't win the game, then you're going to be criticized big time. But then again, I mean, you're going to be either way. If you don't win the game, you're going to be criticized whether you did or didn't. So it's just a tough call. It really is. And like you said, it's easy for us to make that call from the couch.
I think it was Billy. Was it the UCF game? They scored with 23 seconds left. I think it was that one. Where they took the lead over East Carolina, where we were saying let them score earlier. It was one of those calls.
Let them, because in my perspective, I just think I would always rather have the ball in my hand with a chance to either tie or win at the end, rather than to have, I would rather my defense have the ball with a chance to win than put that on my offense a chance to have the ball than my defense on the field.
I don't know if folks are tired of hearing about Cooper Kupp at this point, but we just saw a historic season, Weave, and these numbers, I had them last night in a trivia question at Sports Trivia, but Cooper Kupp just had the most all-time yards by a wide margin, receiving yards in the regular season and postseason combined. So 2012, Calvin Johnson had 1,964 yards. Now, to Calvin's credit, I'm assuming they did not win a playoff game, so he did not have a full playoffs to pad these numbers. The greatest of all time, Jerry Rice, 1995, had 1,965 yards. Larry Fitz, 2008, 1977. Cooper Kupp this year, Weave, had 2,425 yards regular season, postseason, and did not have a huge Super Bowl until that final drive. He had, 3 catches on that last drive, including the touchdown that won it for the Rams, and that's why he was named Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I was glad to see him get Super Bowl MVP as well, because after that game when they were the game had just wrapped up, and before they had done all the celebration on the field and kind of named the MVP, some of the guys that were at the house with me, I said, my vote goes to Cooper Kupp. I had told them, I said, but he's not going to get it. They're going to give it to Stafford.
They love giving it to the QB, right?
Yeah, they do, but I was very happy to see that Cooper Kupp. I thought he was very deserving of that. And if you look at the MVP voting, he was the only one besides the quarterback to even get a vote for MVP. So,
and to do that with Beckham out, Higbee didn't play. You lost Robert Woods earlier in the year. The Bengals had to know that's who they were going to, and he was still able to get open, make plays.
Oh, absolutely, because with OBJ out, like you said, they were able to double team him and just kind of really, with those two on the field at the same time, you just have a hard time covering both of those guys. And when OBJ, he was having a heck of a first half until he went out. So, for Cooper to be able to do that in that situation, I think that definitely even kind of adds to the fact that he should have been the MVP.
Billy Weaver joining us. We've coming up at 5 o'clock. Troy D and I have our 2-man, no-knowledge fantasy NASCAR draft. We don't really know much about NASCAR and the drivers and how it goes, but we play fantasy anyway because it gives us something to look forward to on Sundays. You do follow it, Weave, so give me a little advice. So 2 years ago, it was Chase Elliott. Was it Hamlin, Harvick, I think, that won all the races? Last year it was Kyle Larson who just won everything. So how about this year? Does Larson dominate again? If not, who rises to the top with Kyle Larson?
Well, I think Denny Hamlin's one you got to put up there. Kyle Larson, definitely. Chase Elliott. I think Logano's going to be up there as well. Ryan Blaney, I think, would be another good one. There's a bunch of good drivers, but I think that, the cream of the crop always seems to rise. Those are the guys. Kevin Harvick, you got to put in there as well. So if I was drafting, though, I think Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin would be my top two.
Okay. We usually, when we talk to you, ask you to pick a winner for the upcoming race. That's almost impossible to do for the Daytona 500. But do you have a winner in mind? Do you have a long shot? What do you think about Sunday?
Well, Hamlin has got to be one of the favorites. I think Hamlin's actually the odds-on favorite to win this by the odds makers because he's the only driver in the field with multiple Daytona 500 wins. Larson obviously sitting on the pole, him and Alex Bowman, so you got an all Hendrick front row on the pole for the Daytona 500. Of course, the rest of the field will be set up tonight. So tonight's going to be a fun night for me because I'll watch the ECU game and then obviously watch FS1 too for the dual races at Daytona because that'll set the rest of the field for the Daytona 500.
What?
In qualifying, oh no, go ahead. During qualifying, if you know Daytona, it's one of the only time. It's actually the only time during the year that qualifying is done this way. That you run qualifying laps, and you get the pole position and the outside pole sitter, and then the rest of the field is set up by two dual races, and that's part of what makes Daytona so much fun.
Yeah,
and so unique.
Weave, how about maybe there's some new rules. NASCAR seems to be always changing the rules, but new car this year, right? Well, what's the difference in the car on the track as opposed to previous years?
To tell you the truth, to kind of put it in layman's terms, it's more of a cookie cutter car. I don't know. You got a lot of guys. These cars, it's funny because these cars are, a lot of the parts and pieces are all not necessarily interchangeable, but they're all kind of made by the same manufacturers and all that stuff, which is actually causing not a controversy, but causing a little bit of a problem because me being in the car business now, we're dealing with low inventory. And that's because of the chip shortage. That's because of production shortages, the deal with truck drivers and things like that. So we have an inventory shortage. Well, how about this? Now with this next generation car, NASCAR is having an inventory shortage.
Yeah.
So these teams that were usually able to bring 2 and 3 cars for each driver down to Daytona, you have extra cars. They don't have that. And with this being a new car, that's part of the problem. They don't have the parts and pieces to fix these cars. So that's why you'll see, that's why I'm thinking tonight during the duels, you won't see as many people taking chances,
right?
Especially guys that are already in the field and they know they're going to be running well, they've qualified well. The guys that are going to take the chances are the guys that are trying to get into the field. Because quite simply, these guys don't want to wreck their race cars.
Interesting.
Yeah. They know if they do, it's hard to get parts.
Yeah.
And who would have thought in this day? I mean, it's just the weirdest. That's just kind of where we are right now.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of weird to me to see that what's going on in this country right now with everybody being in an inventory shortage. It's not just cars. I mean, it's refrigerators, it's computers, it's anybody that's tried to buy a big ticket item or something. Even from the local Lowe's, and they said, well, we don't have them, and it's back ordered, and you might not get it for 6 months. It's weird to see that trickle down into NASCAR, which is what's happening.
It'll be really bad, Weave, on one of these fuel races at the end when a team just runs out of fuel because they can't afford it, like us. That's really, it's going to be real weird. But we'll see if that happens.
You think your fuel is expensive, paying $3.50 or close to $4 a gallon?
Yeah.
Try to pay for that racing fuel. That's up there.
No doubt. We've enjoyed it, man. Glad to have NASCAR back because we'll talk about it with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, and will we see you out at Clark LeClaire this weekend?
I'm hoping I'm going to be out of town on Saturday. I've got to work Friday, out of town on Saturday to go see my stepson in Wilmington, but we'll be back on Sunday, so I'm hoping to get out there Sunday afternoon.
A little baseball Daytona doubleheader on Sunday, Weave.
Yeah. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So hopefully the weather will hold out and we can get out there and see some baseball.
All right, Billy. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Billy Weaver joining us on a Thursday edition of PRL. Let's get our final break in of this hour. We'll come back, wrap up hour 2. Hour 3 on tap, Troy D. We'll talk ECU football. Got a schedule out. ECU baseball beginning on Friday, and have our 2022 NASCAR fantasy draft. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back to wrap up the 4 o'clock hour after this.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2022 baseball schedules ready, and you can pick them up at these fine business locations: Phoenix Sign Pros, Avery Plumbing, Postal Annex of Greenville Auto Repair Center, Bowman Padgett and Associates, ENC Roofing, McGregor Downs Health and Rehab Center, Stowe's Vegetation Experts, Billy's Tree Service, JTG Professional Window Tint, Crawl Space Pro, Club Pilates, Jolly's Pawn, Vesti Clothing and Accessories Boutique, Herc Reynolds, Jennifer Schaefer Coldwell Banker, Blackbeard Cigars, Uptown Brewing Company, or the Bodega and Cafe. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to the community. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sports institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from any of the funds collected for your ad will be given to any educational institution or sports team. We are not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing. Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Chan Man, CJ Schaefer producing. CJ will take the role of NASCAR draft analyst coming up in the 5 o'clock hour when Troy D and I have our annual fantasy NASCAR draft. Another year, Troy. For somebody that can't believe time like you, I am always shocked when the NASCAR season comes around because it feels like it just ended.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
It's fun.
I do. And I got to tell you, I spend a good, solid 30 minutes researching this so I know what I'm doing.
No way. No way you spent 30 minutes.
Yeah. And I know these guys. I am a casual NASCAR. I'm a lurker on NASCAR. I'm not going to say I follow every race. So there are weekends I come in and I'm like, did I win?
Pretty much every weekend.
But I do try, and there's certain times I pay attention. I do like the Daytona 500. I love the first 20 laps and the last 20 laps. It's the in-between part. It gets a little, dull. But it's, I watched the championship or whatever they called it out at USC. What was that thing called?
Clash.
The Clash. Yeah,
you sound like
Coliseum Clash.
You're not a NASCAR guy, Troy.
You're not that guy, pal.
You fake fan.
You're not that guy.
But I enjoy a nice little fantasy draft like this.
Well,
out of all the fantasy stuff, this is the only fantasy thing I do.
That's right.
I don't do fantasy football.
One trick pony.
Yeah, I don't do any other fantasies. This is it.
You dominated last year because you took Kyle Larson without any idea of he didn't even race the previous year because he was suspended.
Genius.
But you had him and you dominated.
Well, Kyle Larson won 10 times last year, and that definitely helped. And nobody was close.
So we'll do that.
The question is, can he do it again this year?
A lot of these guys, it's hard to do it back to back. You know,
I mean, that kind of domination.
And then the big question is who will get the first pick this year, because it's going to be up to a coin flip.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, look, if I have the first pick, he's going to be hard not to take. And I assume that's probably who you would take. I mean, let's go ahead and announce, like, you know how the NFL draft, if it's a consensus number one pick, like the kid out of Clemson, like everybody was after Trevor Lawrence. It was even long before the draft. Do you want to go ahead and say, hey, look, we know who the number one pick is going to be, and it's just a matter of who picks them?
I'm still going to use my allotted 15 minutes to make my selection, like they do in the NFL draft.
Clip Brock.
I plan on being here.
It's on the clock.
8 o'clock tonight.
That's fine. I'll do whatever you need.
Right.
I'm fully committed to this draft.
Chandler, take us to break because we got a lot of Pirate football to talk. Can Troy D survive the month of September?
This clip.
Do you remember?
This could be the death of me. This football season. It is setting up for, man, I'm telling you, I remember one year we had, I think, 3 home games back to back. It was been a while. And it about killed me. The 4th could be it. As I said, if I don't make it to October, you'll know what happened. But what a way to go, Clip.
Yeah. You'd go doing the thing you loved.
Yeah, but that is a lot of tailgating, a lot of broadcasting, a lot of home games. And then the whole schedule's kind of crazy this year.
Well, all right, we'll go over it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
When we return, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live also have a Chico shrimp taco to give away in Hour 3. So a lot to get to. We're back with you after this.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Domino's new warm oven-baked dips and twist combos are making a lot of noise in the pizza world.
Holy cow.
That's good. There's cheesy marinara with dippable bread twists.
So cheesy. So tomatoey.
Sweet and cinnamony baked apple dip.
Now that is sweet.
And melty 5-cheese dip.
Hold up. 5 cheeses?
Try our new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 3-topping pizza for $7.99 each when you carry out from Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com. If you love the food at Villa Verde, and hey, who doesn't? Now Villa Verde makes it even easier for you to order takeout. Tell us about it, Jay.
If you go to myvillaverde.com, you can order online, and we'll have it ready for you to go.
Plus, you can pick it up at either one of our locations. No waiting in line to pay and no waiting at all. Just pick it up and go. With online ordering from myvillaverde.com or from our mobile app, plus even from our Facebook page. Villa Verde, with 2 Greenville locations to serve you. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas from only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live here on this Thursday. Welcome back. Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer, Clip Brock, Troy D, alongside 4D Ride. Troy, how's it going?
Doing good. Got spring fever, Clip, today.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Shorts.
So I almost broke out the flip-flops today. Almost, but I was like, you know what? If I do that, I'm going to jinx everything. So I'm going to do this. It's still February. Calm down. Time hasn't changed yet. We're getting closer, though.
Yeah. Have not put on a coat all day. Been a great day.
I believe it's like March 14th is the date. So I think we're we're under a 30-day window here of the time changing, which means sunset will be after 7 p.m.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful
We're less than 30 days away, people.
All right, Troy, let's we got ECU baseball beginning on Friday, 4 o'clock first pitch. East Carolina taking on Bryant. And we have a piece of audio we didn't play because this was before the official media.
This was not a part of the press conference.
This
is small talk. Like,
if it's off the record, we shouldn't play
well,
it.
Here's what happened. So, me and Bailey are up there with the rest of the media, and this is, I calculated, I think this is like my 20, I was off, I said 25. I actually think this is more like 28 baseball seasons. Now, I don't count when I was at ECU working at WZMB. I really started, like, my first official and, like, career-wise was the 95 season. So you got to go back to 1995.
Coach O still here?
It was either, I have to look back and see if that was Keith's first
I'll look
year.
it up.
But, so I'm not counting my student media days. I'm only counting my professional days. Should I count my student media days?
No, you should move on with the story. We got a lot to do.
All right. That's Clip. Don't need to be snippy.
Oh, sorry.
Stay in your lane. This is why people put nasty comments about you. You get a little edgy like this.
Now we're on another sidebar. This is
the sidebar to the sidebar. We've exited onto a different exit.
We took the wrong exit. I'm going south.
We're in the wrong direction.
Meant to go northbound.
All right. So I was joking with Cliff. The press conference, first of all, it was awesome to be able to be out there in person because for the past year or two, we've been doing these Zoom press conferences, which quite frankly suck. The media doesn't really like it. The coaches don't like it. It's a lot better to be face-to-face like we are right here, And I was realizing, hey, man, so, Cliff is kind of like Coach Houston. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, you're screwed, type of deal,
Fair.
So I got, I get there like 30 minutes early because I know how these guys are. So Cliff is ready. I think what was the start time? Like 2:30 it was supposed to go. Well, it's 2:30. You need to start at 2:30. So like I'm there. He's at 2:25 ready to go. I'm like, well, we've still got some of our staff parking, arriving. They're on time, but they weren't ready to go early. So we were trying to delay.
You calling out CJ?
Not necessarily CJ. I think, and I'm not calling. They were doing their job. They were there on time. Our guys, but if they get there at 2:28, they're still 2 minutes early. So even Malcolm said, "Cliff, let's go at give them 5 minutes." I called it for 2:30. Let's go at 2:30. So I mean, to Malcolm Gray's credit,
hey, good call, Malcolm.
Yeah, he said, "Look, we can't go at 2:25 if we said 2:30. That's not fair to people, right?" Yeah. All right. So anyway, so I am making small talk with him so he's just not standing there, steaming because he can't go ahead and start the press conference. You know how intense he gets on game week. Yeah. He was pretty laid back here Monday, though, I gotta say. Even though I tried to get under his skin, he
definitely tried.
He handled it very well. So we were kind of talking about how there's a longtime member of the media that's no longer there anymore, and he, a guy that sometimes he wouldn't ask questions, he'd just make statements, and he'd ramble a lot, and everybody knew him. But you know what I'm saying?
Who is?
Well, I don't want to name him by name, but you guys probably know who I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
Oh, well then, I guess I will tell you then. So anyway, we were reminiscing about he won't be here anymore. What are you gonna? And then I was like, sometimes you get a little nasty. I was kidding, with certain members in the meeting. He goes, well, this year I'm going to try and be kinder. I'm going to try and be a kindler, gentler with the media. And this is before I was rolling tape. I said, hold on a second. I start the recorder. I said, I got to get this on tape. I said, I can't believe you just said this. This might have been the best quote of the press conference, which hasn't started yet, but the best development that we've had in years, that Cliff claims he's going to be a little softer and kinder to the media.
Kinder.
Yeah. A little kinder.
Kinder, yeah.
Yeah. Nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is... I'll believe it when I see it.
Right, and I can fly. So I call BS on this. So I say, Coach, I got my recorder. Can I get that on tape?
Yeah, let's get it on the record.
So this is what happened when I then put the microphone in his mouth to get it on the record.
Oh, exclusive breaking news. What was that again? This on record. If you're not a jackass, I'll be nice.
When you say you mean the media?
No, I'm talking about you, Troy Dreyfus.
So that was our exclusive.
So it all comes down to if you're not a jackass.
And I'm not making any promises, Cliff. We'll see how the season goes.
You're not going to guarantee you won't be a jackass?
I cannot guarantee that at this moment.
You can be a total go-rodeo.
Yeah. I may be a jackass just because that brings the best out of Cliff.
Tell you what, if Bryant wins a game or two this weekend, I don't think it matters how you're acting.
Violence!
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
This is not going to be pretty if Bryant sweeps the series either.
And not the news we wanted or he had to deliver yesterday that Carson Wisenhunt is unavailable, suspended.
Yeah, unfortunate. I do feel, I feel pretty confident this is not a long-term suspension. And there's a lot of rules, and you got to think, it was a violation of a rule. That we know, correct? One of Cliff's rules could be you be on time, right? We were just talking about time. If you show up late, technically you've broken a rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it could be something. Let's monitor that. It might be something else. But I'm just saying, I don't think this is not like C.J. Johnson suspended indefinitely type of deal. Obviously, it's this weekend. Hopefully, everyone learns their lesson, and you're not violating rules from here on out. Let's put the train back on the tracks, and here we go.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm hearing both ends of the spectrum, and I don't know what's true or false from different people. But I know he won't be pitching this weekend.
Correct, and that is what we know. Yeah. I'm just saying. I hope he will be back soon. Let me just say that.
We all do.
Yeah.
All right.
But I do think Cliff does not take any BS, as we know.
Yeah.
And no one player is bigger than the team or the program. And I think that says a lot about how he runs his program.
No doubt.
So,
all right, Troy D, we got a football schedule. Of course, kickoff times will come later, but we have the dates. And this is a doozy. This is a first time ever, right, Troy D? The 4 home games in a row.
Not the first time ever. Schedule. I think 1941.
How did I forget that?
Like that.
Man.
So it's been a while.
It has.
That predates us.
Indeed. Yeah. Only 80 years.
First time in our lifetime we've ever had 4. I heard this, I think last week, that this was a possibility. I think they were waiting on how the conference schedule was all going to shake out. But it has indeed happened. The first all September games will be at home, which could be absolutely awesome. I'm talking it from a fan perspective. It is a little, so you have 4 home 2 away, 2 home, 2 away, 1 home, 1 away. It's a unique, I just got to say, just from that standpoint of it, before you even get into the teams, that is a unique schedule. And I don't know whether this is good or bad. It may end up being great.
Yeah,
to have it set up.
Well,
like
it's
this.
good that you have 7 home, 5 away. Because if you played 4 to start the season at home and you had 6 home, 6 away,
right?
Your back half is brutal.
You're right,
But
I'd rather start the season honestly 4 home than 4 away.
Definitely.
So I'm trying to look at it from that perspective. But man, wow, that's a lot of tailgating back to back.
Yeah, I'm hoping the best for you and people of your ilk. Are heavy tailgaters.
Yes, I mean it's a commitment. And look, football weekends take a lot out of you if you're a diehard Pirate fan, especially as you get older. You know, it's one thing when you're in college and you can bounce back quickly. Man, you start to get up there in alumni age. It ain't so easy, Clip.
Well,
but I'm willing. Listen, this is what we do. I'm willing to grind through it, and I'm not going to let this derail us. We will have a tailgate, and we've never lost a tailgate, and we're committed right now. We will be there.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Also, Troy D, no home Thanksgiving weekend football. That is a positive.
Fantastic. I always hate that weekend.
Yeah.
Because,
and the week before you play Houston in what will probably be a big home game on a Saturday, so that sets up pretty well.
Yeah. Well, when you say no home, we still play Thanksgiving. You're right. No home Thanksgiving game was what you said, correct?
It is.
Right. We still have a game that weekend, but it's good that that's away at Temple for a change, because I just feel that game kind of always gets lost.
Yeah,
the home schedule.
And even last year we had a pretty good crowd because Cincinnati rolled in here, but could have been much bigger, obviously, if students were here.
And 3 great away games, all 3 games I'm considering going to potentially. So you got South Florida, which is a fun trip. You got Tulane, which I've been at both these, fun trip.
Hello.
BYU, I went last time, fun trip. Love the folks out in Provo, Utah. I got to tell you, the UDS Faith, great folks. Made a lot of friends out there. I think I would love to go back to that trip. Now, that was an interesting trip last time, Clip, because we took that trip. We went, we had a diversion on the way out there because it's a long way to go. There's no direct flight from Greenville to Provo, unless you're flying private. We went through Vegas and spent a night or 2 in Vegas and then went to Utah. So you really had kind of 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. You had Vegas, which basically you could do whatever. And then Provo, Utah, which kind of has some rules.
Yeah,
they're a little different, kind of the opposite of Vegas. So it really was in one weekend the yin and yang of our country.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to experience America, though.
Yeah, it was really kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. But boy, what a trip! I would love to repeat that. And if I make it through this first month, I hope to.
I do like that the bye. It's kind of later in the year, I guess, but it does come after your longest road trip of the year, which is BYU.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in between 2 road games. Also, Troy,
I mean, Memphis is a fun trip. UCF is a fun. I got to tell you, as far as away games in Houston, those are home games. I'm sorry, those are home games.
Greenville's a great place.
It is a great place. So the other, we got USF, Tulane, BYU on the road. The other 2 road games, in case folks haven't seen it, at Cincinnati and at Temple.
So you got BYU on the road, which looks like it's going to be a Friday game. On one schedule, it says Friday. On ECUPirates.com, it says Saturday. IGO says that's likely to be a Friday game. And then the Cincinnati game is a Friday game on the schedule. That would be 3 straight Saturdays off, Troy D, which I am a fan of.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm a big fan of that.
I've come to like the actual Friday night games much better than the Thursday night games.
Yeah, I go either way. Yeah, I guess Friday.
Thursday night, you have you still have a work day for most people the next day. Friday night, a lot of people are off the weekend. For instance, once we're done with the show, your weekend begins.
Heck yeah. Trust me, I'm already thinking about it.
And that could be, a great weekend to go watch the game and then go to the beach type of deal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there is your 2022 ECU football schedule. Once again, kickoff times. We might get some in the summer, but most of them coming
TBAs
in the fall. Pretty much.
Nowadays, you just don't get it ahead of time.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the big one will be that first one, NC State. When will they kick that one off time wise? There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on
start time for that one.
Definitely.
Obviously, I think 6 o'clock would be the perfect time. It's going to be hot early September. You're still in summer mode. It's still, you know how hot those first games are in Greenville. The later, the better, as far as I'm concerned, if you can get the sun to go down a little bit. I just hope it is not a noon game, because that is terrible.
All right.
For that first game.
We need to take a break. We also, Chandler, need to make somebody a winner right now.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250 got a shrimp taco to Chico's that can be yours if you are caller number 8. 317-1250. Call now.
Had those the other day, Clip. Delicious. One of my favorite moves to Chico's.
What's your
I had 3
tip?
of them. My tip was white sauce on the side. On the shrimp taco. Yeah. There's plenty for your shrimp taco, but then you can dip the chips into it.
All right.
So it's like almost getting like a bonus dip. That white sauce is so good.
The Troy D tip. I like it.
Ask for the white sauce that comes on the shrimp tacos on the side. They'll be more than happy to accommodate you. It's the Troy D way.
The Troy D way.
And by the way, Chandler, you're doing a great job filling in for Shirley today. I just want to say, I know we're often quick to criticize around here, but I just want to give you some positive feedback for a change.
Thanks, Troy. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm being serious.
No, I know. I appreciate
really
that.
are.
Yeah.
Chandler, it's kind of like a referee or an O lineman. You don't want to know their names. If we're not talking about you, that means you're doing good, right?
It's like a long snapper, too.
Yeah. We probably just jinxed him.
Oh, man. The rest of the show's going to be bad. All right. Good work, Chan, man. We'll take a timeout, come back. Our fantasy NASCAR draft on the way after
Get
this.
your motor revving. Started. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Bring home comfort at huge savings during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day Power Event. Now at Bostic Sugg, amp up your space that makes a powerful statement with hundreds of power sofas, sectionals, and recliners in stock. Experience the power of better sleep on a Serta Arctic mattress with 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase. And with any Arctic purchase, get 2 free pillows. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. The Canes and Hornets, the Hornets and Canes. Could it be the playoffs for both of Carolina's pro sports franchises? I'll have some thoughts next.
I'm Clip Brock.
I'm Chandler Honeycutt.
I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Join us every weekday from 3 to 6 for Pirate Radio Live.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on with ECU Athletics and make you a winner each and every day when we open up the Pirate Radio Booty Bag.
You can hear the show streaming online, on radio, and on social. Catch us weekdays on Pirate Radio Live from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Barring a total collapse, Rod Brindamore's Hurricanes will be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Carolina has been one of the best teams in the league, competing in the very tough Metropolitan Division of the NHL. The Canes are really solid. They could make a deep run. The Hornets' position is a little more precarious. Charlotte will probably battle for a 7th or 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. James Borrego's ball club has a lot more work to do, but I really like the looks of this exciting young team, led by LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, and Terry Rozier. They're really fun to watch, and the vets, Gordon Hayward and Mason Plumlee, lend a steadying influence. It could be a fun spring following both Carolina's pro teams in the playoffs. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit Inside the Booth.
You've been listening to Inside the Booth with Jeff Charles, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Congratulations to Jackie Hutcherson of Winterville, the winner of a shrimp taco lunch from Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, thank you, Chan Man. A lot going on in the world of sports. Pirate Hoops tonight. 2-point underdogs on the road at South Florida. 7 o'clock tip-off. That is on the Plus, if you'd like to check it out tonight.
Sounds good. I did break out my football game day shirt. This was my new purchase last year. I've only worn it a couple times during the football season.
Is it in honor of the schedule being released?
That's what I'm saying. I wore it during the season opener, and I wore it on an away game.
I still have some Christmas money left over, and I have been eyeing that polo over at UBE for a while now. So
I've gotten 3 compliments on it today. I thought you would make it number 4, Clip, but I guess not.
Oh, that's what
I'll make it number 4. I really like that polo.
Thank you, Chandler. And by the way, you're doing a great job. And CJ, you keep working hard, and you'll get a compliment one day too.
I complimented your polo hours ago.
Oh, that's right. CJ was one of the original 3. Oh, thank you.
What a jerk.
What a jackass. Get a load of this guy.
That's a great point, CJ. Earlier today, you were one of the first people to recognize how great this shirt is. Thank you, CJ.
You have to remind
Thank you for recognizing great taste.
Did you make the shirt?
No, but I had a hand in the selection of it. And back before like anyone else had it, they had just come in. I'm like, boom, I'm going to be the first person to buy that, which I was.
Congrats.
And now, people are like, where'd you get that? I hate to tell them, but then I want to help our client too.
Yeah, Chandler, are you going to buy a shirt that Troy D owns? That would be kind of
we own Pirate Radio gear together. That's the same shirt. Like the shirt he's wearing now.
That's a little different.
We have teammate shirts.
I want to go help the people over there at UBE, and like I said, I've been eyeing that polo for a while, and I think I'm going to get it for the warmer weather of ECU baseball season, which is coming up tomorrow.
And I thought about this could be a spring baseball shirt.
All right, nice shirt.
Thank you. That's number 5.
All right, we got to move on.
Thank you.
Got to move on.
Appreciate you recognizing.
You got it.
All right. Oh, is it draft time? I got to get my head right. All right. All right.
Fantasy NASCAR Draft 2022. Troy D, we will flip for first pick. I'm going to flip, catch, and flip again.
All right. So you're going to get you're not just going to let it drop like in the NFL.
If it does drop, we'll go by that.
Okay.
But I plan to catch.
All right. And then whoever gets it right gets the first pick.
Correct.
And then we're going to go switch after
1,
that.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right.
Whole way.
Okay.
You will call in the air.
All right.
As last year's champion.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Tails.
It is a tails.
Yes. I will take the first pick, Clip.
All right. You are on the clock.
All right. How much time do we get?
10 seconds.
All right. Here it is, folks. With the first pick in the 2022 Pirate Radio NASCAR Fantasy Draft, Troy D Motorsports selects. I don't know how to pass him up. I don't know how to do it, Clip. I thought about, man, can he do it again? But I rode this guy last year, and I'm going to keep him in the stable. I am taking Kyle Larson as the first pick again this year.
CJ Schaefer will be our draft analyst. CJ, Kyle Larson first off the board. There's no way you could argue with the pick, but what is your answer to Troy's question? Can he do it again? Can he have that level of dominance?
So I don't see why not. There was the closest person to Kyle Larson last year in win totals had 4 wins. Kyle Larson had 10. That's obviously nothing to scoff at. Kyle Larson led 2,581 laps in 2021, the most laps any driver has led in one season since Jeff Gordon in 1995.
Wow.
So we're talking over 20 years ago now. I mean, does he go back-to-back? I don't know, but if you were to have the number 1 pick, you can't not take it.
How do you overlook it?
Yes, you have to take it.
I'd almost rather lose by taking him than not taking him and lose.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It was kind of like the Alabama-Georgia game. If you bet against Alabama, you would feel really dumb.
Right.
But if you take them and they lose, you don't feel as bad.
Correct.
You're taking Larson, and it's the right pick.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's guaranteed to win, but I just can't pass him up.
He was the clear-cut number 1. I don't know if there's a clear-cut number 2.
Gets a little muddy from here.
My tiebreaker is going to go to the guy that I like rooting for. I might be picking more with the heart than the head.
Fair enough.
But I still think he is an elite driver that's going to win a lot. I'm going to take Chase Elliott, number 2.
Good pick.
CJ.
Funny you mentioned number 2 because that's how many wins he got last year, Clip.
You know what? CJ's our analyst.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I did do his
Look at this guy over here. Look at this guy.
So I'm sorry, CJ. Go ahead, take it
The
over.
past two champions off the board now. Yeah, you're right. Chase Elliott had 2 wins last year. Made the championship 4 in 2021, despite not winning the championship. But the strongest team this year is going to be Hendrick Motorsports, and these are the strongest 2 drivers. So I don't see any reason why anybody would have a problem with these 2 being the first off the board.
All right, Troy D.
Great pick, Clip. By the way, that was I had him ranked as my number 2 pick also. So if you had gone Kyle Larson, I would have gone Chase Elliott. So.
And that would have been painful. I do like having him on my team.
Yeah.
So
I just want to compliment you there.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're the 6th person that has said that today. Appreciate it. All right. So let's go. That was our first round picks. We are going 6 deep. We may go 7. We'll see how the first 6 go. Maybe we'll do a provisional pick just in case. Let's just play it by ear, Clip. Let's not rush to judgment.
Just make your second pick, and we'll talk about that later.
All right, here we go with the second pick in the 2022 Pirate Radio NASCAR Fantasy Draft. This is there are a lot of good guys on the board here. A lot of good guys on the board. I'm going to go back to the well. I think I had him last year. He's always good. I can't pass him. Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
I'm taking Denny Hamlin.
What do you think, CJ?
I actually had Denny Hamlin as 2 on my draft board. 2 wins in 2021. His first win didn't come until the 27th race of the year at Darlington, which was the first race of the playoffs. But he had the best average finish last year with 8.44. 19 top 5s, 25 top 10s. But in the 2 previous seasons to 2021, he had 7 wins and 6 wins. So while he didn't have a whole lot of wins last year, he was always running at the top. And maybe fortune falls his way this time, and he picks up a couple more wins.
And with that FedEx sponsorship, hopefully he will deliver for Troy D Motorsports.
Well done. Troy D, he is also, we like to get off to fast starts, right? The favorite to win, I believe, the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I'd love to start the year with a win.
All right, I feel like this is a make or break pick. I don't want to reveal too much. I'm hoping a guy is available for me 6th overall, but I'm down to 2 here. And one will probably win like 4 or 5, and one will win 1 this year. And this guy crushed it for me. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? I'm going to go back to him. I'm going to go with Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr.
I almost could have done this pick for you. I knew you were going there.
CJ, what do you think about him being 4th off the board?
That's a great pick. You guys play for wins, correct?
Correct.
So
yeah, he won 4 last year, CJ.
Yeah, he's...
If you have any questions, ask Troy.
Huge upside this guy has.
How many top 10s did he have last year?
I want to say he had about 8 top 10s.
He had 20, Troy.
Oh, wow.
Well, of races you watched.
Yeah.
8
times I saw him finish in the top 10. I faded after July 4th weekend. That's about the time where I lose touch with this thing a little bit. Then football season, it gets very complicated.
All right, Elliott and Truex. For me, Larson, Hamlin on Troy D Motorsports.
I did have those guys ranked as my top 4, so we are, not a lot of huge surprises here. Nothing crazy just yet. And I think I know the other driver you were thinking of, but we'll talk about that after the draft with who you were talking about. One's going to win 1, one's going to win 4.
We can talk about it after you pick them here.
I don't know if I'm going to pick him. That's what I'm saying. This is my 3rd pick. God, this is tough. I got a lot of favorites still left here. I can't stand to let you get this guy. So I am almost going to do this. You mentioned earlier making it a pick with your emotions. For whatever reason, I have an emotional attachment to this guy, and maybe more to the sponsor.
Wow.
He did win twice last year, and his car is obviously very noticeable on the track. Probably not the best, but there's probably better drivers that are ahead of him. But I think this guy's still got a little edge, still wants to come back, prove something. I'm going Kyle Busch right here.
I like the pick. I actually had Kyle Busch 4th on the board.
Now, he had a bad year last year.
He did.
So
I'm looking for a rebound
bounce back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. He had a slow start last year. Eventually made a playoff push, but he kind of fizzled out in the playoffs. But I don't expect him to have 2 letdown years in a row.
But I feel like I've had him most every year, Clip. It was a defensive pick. I didn't want you getting him.
At this point, it might be a risky pick, but it's one you have to take.
All right, it's not a terrible pick.
No.
But I'm just being honest with you. I just didn't want you to have him.
There are 3 guys here that are coming up next likely, and I'm going to get 2 of them, and I'm excited about that. And maybe I'm putting this guy, should be 3rd on the list. I'm going to move him to the top because I like having him on my team. I'm going to take Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, good pick.
Great pick. This is the A out of me. This is a great
This is an A pick. All right.
No, I like it.
Especially if you want to start out the year strong, you start out with a guy who races the restrictor plate tracks like Talladega and Daytona, maybe better than anybody in the Cup Series, and that's Ryan Blaney. He dominated the end of the regular season last year. He finished 2nd at the Indy Road Course, 1st at Michigan, 1st at Daytona. He kind of stagnated in the playoffs. Didn't end the way he wanted it, but he showed flashes of being one of the elite drivers in the Cup Series last year, and I expect him to improve on that.
All right, Troy D.
Nice pick, Clip.
Thank you.
And I have a tendency to kind of pick the familiar faces, the old regime, the old school guys, the feel-good guys. Last year, you did go with a lot of young guns, or maybe if it wasn't last year, it was the year before.
I tend to always do that. Last year, you only had 1. Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And normally, I would never take this guy, but I feel like I've got some veterans already in the stable, so to speak, with Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch. So I'm going to go a little bit younger here, and a guy that I thought really proved himself to me last year. I wasn't a fan of his to begin with, but I think he has a big upside. He's shown he knows how to win, and that's Alex Bowman. I am taking Alex Bowman with my 4th pick. Probably was not expecting that one, Clip, were you?
I was not. I really wanted him later on in the draft.
I was not expecting that either, but 4 wins last year. He was a little bit of a hit-or-miss driver last year with an average finish of 15.8, 16 top 10 finishes. But obviously you're playing for wins, and he races for, like I mentioned earlier, the best team in NASCAR. So you're going to get wins with this guy.
All right, I am up.
This will be your 4th pick.
Didn't really like this guy, but he was the only thing that kept me afloat last year for most of the season for Clip Rock Racing, and that would be Joey Logano.
Yep.
How about Joey? Sliced bread, CJ.
1 win last year. I don't want to call it a letdown year for him, but he made it to the round of 8. But his goals obviously are to be in the championship 4 every year. Blew an engine the first race of the round of 8 last year. Ended up finishing 30th and never bounced back. But like you said, he's a good driver. If you need somebody that's going to hold you up throughout the season, you can always expect at least a couple wins out of him. And if you get any more, I mean, that's a plus.
All right, Troy D.
All right, this is my 5th pick in the 2022 NASCAR draft. I tell you what, this is a risky pick right here, but sometimes high risk, high reward. And I've debated which way to go with this. I've kind of got it down to 2 guys. I know if I don't take the one, you'll probably take him in the next round. I'm okay with that. This guy is one of the top drivers in NASCAR who offered last year. I feel that is the edge this guy needs. Talk about a bounce. Everybody loves a comeback story and a bounce back. Kevin Harvick is a proven winner. He struggled last year. I think this is the guy I want to take this year to get him on the rebound. Yeah. I'm taking Kevin Harvick as my 5th pick.
I like that pick a lot.
And now normally this is a guy that would go in the 1st or 2nd round.
Yeah. But the 0 wins last year, I mean, it opens a lot of eyes, but you look at his average finish, which was 10.86, and that's the 3rd best behind, I believe it was Kyle Larson and I don't remember who.
I feel like I'm kind of getting a steal with him this far down the board.
I like him a lot. Yeah, Stewart-Haas Racing kind of had a down year last year, but I don't expect him to do it twice in a row.
Right.
And if last year was the down year and Harvick averages the 3rd best finish in the Cup Series, I mean, what could he do this year if the team is firing on all cylinders?
Well, here's why my team struggled last year, because I had Busch and I had Harvick and I had, Logano got me a win, and then and I'm scared that you getting them now, you're getting them on a bounce back year.
Right.
I'm scared to pull the trigger and bring them back. I'm also scared of you having them because they're going to do good this year. So I'm torn.
Are you nervous?
I am. I'm a man divided right now.
I know how you feel, man. Totally. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
There you go.
With this thing.
All right. Couple.
All right, how about this? You give me 100 down, we call it even.
Do I go with the young gun?
This is Clip's 5th pick here in the NASCAR fantasy draft.
A guy that was way down in my rankings that I was a little surprised about. I wish I could ask CJ questions.
No questions
before I make the pick.
You have to make the pick, then he analyzes.
I'm going to go ahead and take him. Why on the rankings I was looking at is Brad Keselowski so far down the rankings, CJ?
Oh, is that your pick?
That's my pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you can ask him a question.
He is my pick.
Yeah, okay.
So Brad changed teams this year. I don't know if you're aware. He was teammates with Logano and Blaney last year with Penske, and now he's going to be teammates with the likes of like Chris Buescher now in Roush Fenway Racing. He's now a
RFK Racing.
Yeah. They added Keselowski to the team name now. He's a part owner now, so he is changing his number to 6.
That's
teams,
weird.
All that stuff. So yeah, it's going to look a little different. Same driver though, and Roush Fenway. I mean, it's not a bad team.
He's another guy though. A few years ago would have been 1 or 2 off the board.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fine. He picked up a win last year. He's still a fine driver. He's going to get you some wins this year.
All right. But your last pick, Troy.
So this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is pick 6. There's one guy I kind of like that would be a risk for me, but there's another guy I kind of hate to give this as a reason, but just for synergy reasons. And when I'm watching the scroll and I see things, I don't have to get excited about a K. Busch when I see it. I got to keep them together because I took a Kyle Busch in round 3. If I let you get Kurt Busch, then I'm going to get excited when I see K. Busch, and it's going to be the wrong Busch. And I know I got to get my Bushes together here.
So literally,
I am not letting you have any Busch this year, Clip.
He only did it because
I am hoarding the Busch.
Last year, I had Kyle Busch. You didn't draft Kurt at all because you didn't want to be confused.
Correct.
He went undrafted.
Right.
But this year, since you have Kyle Busch, you are forcing your hand to take Kurt Busch.
And he did have a win last year.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I'm going to go with my 6th pick. I'm going to go Kirk Busch just to keep it simple, and that way I can go all in on the Busch family.
Yep.
All right.
Busch.
Kurt Busch won the 2nd race at Atlanta last year. His only win of the year, but
how far did he make it in the playoffs? Not far. Maybe
he might have been eliminated first round.
Okay.
As I said, there's probably another guy better, but just to make it easy on me.
Well, it's a good pick.
Okay, yeah.
It's the second pick in a row now in this draft that somebody's picked somebody that's moving to a new team. He's going to race with...
might have some new energy.
Yeah, he's going to race with 2311, the team that Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan have.
Yeah.
He's the 2nd car now added to the number 23 of Bubba Wallace. He's taking the 45 car. So maybe that gives him some new energy. This is the second oldest guy in the Cup Series that's going to be racing full time. So he's got something to prove. Harvick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stat. All right, final pick. I'll go with iRacing boy, William Byron.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew you were going that. And that's who I was going to take.
I thought that's
other
who you
than
were
Bush.
gonna
I
pick.
was going to go outside the box, take William Byron, but I was like, man, I just felt like I needed the Bush brother together. I feel they race better together when I have them under one house.
The one guy I really wanted that Troy got, for whatever reason, I feel like I've had Alex Bowman quite a bit. And I wanted him, did not get him, but I'm happy with my team.
A couple other guys that I had on my board as possible guys. I had my eye on Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon, just as a couple guys that might break through this year.
CJ, who did we leave out you think could win a race or two this year?
And I do like Cody Ware, by the way, just for record. And my favorite, if I was going to do a garbage pick, Michael McDowell. We keep forgetting.
Was it last year he won?
He did win.
Yeah, he won the 500 last year.
Yeah.
How good he races sometimes.
He's our pick together.
Yes.
If he wins, we win.
Yeah.
CJ, who's the best left?
So the one guy I had, you picked 6 each, right?
Yeah.
I had one guy in the top 12 that you didn't pick, and it was Christopher Bell. He drives the 20.
He won, what, 1 or 2?
He won 1 last year, the Daytona Road Course. He is, I mean, he's been with Joe Gibbs Racing, I believe, all but 1 year that he's been in the Cup Series. He's the 2017 Camping World Truck Series champion. He's pretty much been a prodigy since he got to NASCAR. I expect him to win at least 1 more this year, maybe 2. But
all right.
I do expect everybody on that list that you guys picked to at least get 1 this year. There wasn't anybody that really stood out to me. Even Kurt Busch, to me, he was number 13 on my list. So
all right.
All right, and Clip, if you'll be so kind to tweet this out so we have an official record of it.
I will take a picture. I will tweet it. We'll have several documentation.
Yeah, that way. Sometimes I have to refer to that, and then my last choice is always Clip. Who has that race?
I will be letting you know.
I'm going to try and stay up with it this year. I'm pretty excited about my team. At least going into Daytona 500, I'm fired up about this.
All right, rattling off the teams. I'll say mine. You can say yours, Troy. I have Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, William Byron. I like my team.
All right, Troy D Motorsports is Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, and Kurt Busch. I like my team. CJ, you can only pick one team out of these 6 each. Which team would you take?
So this one's, this is hard. You put me on the spot.
I knew that was going to be a tough question.
Clip's team has the higher floor because I can expect everybody on Clip's team to at least put some wins together. Your team, Troy, relies on Kevin Harvick, I think, because we know
if he has a good year, I'll have a good year.
I think he'll have a good year, and for that, I'm going to pick Troy's team.
All right. Thanks, CJ.
Other experts chiming in. Jordan Anders says Tyler Reddick will absolutely win a race this year. Redbeard says Brad Keselowski will not win a race this year. So there's some predictions coming in for that. All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fussell from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are two things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. Did you miss the show on Pirate Radio? Listen to all of Pirate Radio's archive local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Jordan Anders says Blaney is a fire pick. Mark Davies was tuned in, said the real reason Clip picked Martin Truex Jr. is because he's an Eagles fan. Well, that is not true, but fly, Truex, fly.
I like Truex.
Yeah.
My buddy Big Ed Watkins used to be his gas man. Big Ed, we'll try and hook up with him on Monday. He has officially retired from that. He's retired before, and Joe Gibbs keeps bringing him back in. I talked to him last week, and he goes, I'm done. You know, he's obviously with Ed Watkins Marine, selling the boats anywhere. You can go to edwatkinsmarine.com. But he says he is officially done with that. You know, Ed has got to be, close to 50 by now, you know?
Yeah,
but it was his choice. Like, they would still have him. They'd fly him in. Like,
he is like the Tom Brady of gas man.
Talk about Bush and Harvick being like the oldest drivers. He's got, I mean, how many crew guys you think are at that age?
Well, and it's incredible. Like his championship teams that he's been on, he's won as many championships as just about anybody. If you can't, he's a part of the team.
And he wasn't doing like supervisor work. He was doing the heavy lifting.
Oh, man, dude, that dude's in the trenches, Clip. I mean, he is grinding it out.
But I do imagine, Troy, he will be locked in, tuned in to what's going on.
Yes,
I think
he will.
he'd be a great guest.
Yeah. We'll hook up with him Monday. I'll set it up. And one of my favorite people, I did talk to Ed. I said, well, the good thing about you being off the circuit, so to speak, get your ass down here September 2nd, East Carolina, NC State, kickoff, Pirate football. I was getting him fired up. He's like, oh, man, I hadn't even thought about that. So I was like, well, just alert us before you come so we can might need to bring in some extra supplies if Ed Watkins rolls in with his crew.
Yeah, definitely.
They're a fun group. Let me just say that.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
Yes, it could be.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So there you go. This will be the one weekend Troy D and I pay attention to NASCAR.
I'm fired up, man. For a guy that's
I'm fired up like this every year.
No, I'm saying I don't claim to be Mr. NASCAR, but I have just enough knowledge to be dangerous on this.
Yeah.
And I am going to be paying close attention for the entire weekend on this thing because nothing would make me happier than you have to walk into the staff meeting on Monday and hand me $10.
And CJ is going to be around, so we...
CJ, you keep stats on it this year, too. I think you could be our stat guy, so you could say Troy leading 2-0 or clips up, 5-3.
Hard to do.
Weekly update.
Yeah, I think you could help us with that.
But we'll talk at least 5 to 8 minutes of NASCAR every week. That is our promise.
I murdered you last year on this thing, but none of us really kept up with it enough to know what the exact...
Oh, now we can let everybody know how bad it
I
gets.
want to keep up with my murder.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, CJ, keep up with the murder.
Excellent.
But I might be getting killed this year. Who knows?
Well,
We'll see.
last year, I don't know. I would say last year I was the overall winner. I think, or 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Last year, you were by far the overall winner.
You crushed me 2 years ago, and then I got it all back and then some last year.
I think so.
So if history, modern history goes, then I'm going to be paying you a lot this year.
I'm going to Richmond in April to watch that race. If either one of your drivers wins, I'm taking an obnoxious amount of videos.
And ask about how they enjoy being on our team.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's most important, not the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, it's an honor that we picked these guys.
Yeah.
Out of all the guys, I mean, I could have picked anybody, but I chose Kyle Larson.
Could have picked Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson.
Jeff Gordon. He looks. What do you think about him in the booth?
I think he's done pretty good.
Has he? You like him?
But he's out now because he's an owner, right?
You know who looked weird?
You might be right.
I think Gordon's off.
Yeah, the new guy was doing it at the Clash.
Tony Stewart.
I didn't even recognize him because usually he's got a hat on.
Oh, yeah.
Like he just had hair. I was like, oh my God, who is this guy? I was like, oh my God, that's Tony Stewart. I'd never seen him, I don't think, without a hat.
And I really like Boyer. He did a great job
he's
in the
hilarious,
booth. So, all right, NASCAR boys, right here. We got one final timeout. Let's take it right now, Chan, man. We'll come back, wrap it up on a Thursday after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina for over 80 years. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Great job, Chan Man, taking over the captain seat in the producer room. CJ Schaefer, fantastic work. Thanks for being our fantasy draft analyst as well.
Enjoyed every minute.
Troy D, that was fun.
This was fun. Quick hour. We got a real special feature coming up tomorrow, Friday's show for PRL. Another guest producer. What's old is new again.
It's a shame that...
Is it me?
It is. It
was in the men's section.
Our old buddy Wes Hines making his return to the airwaves.
A shame that CJ won't here to learn from the best.
Oh, where are you going, CJ?
He'll be at the game.
Oh, we might have to suspend your game.
Whoa, it's opening day.
I know, but this is a life lesson that you can get nowhere
Hey,
else.
look, I'll go cover the game.
Yeah.
You sit back and learn from the best, Wes Hines.
There'll always be another opening day. There's only one Wes Hines.
May not make it to next year, so we got to... Wes Hines will be here Friday, folks. That's the reason to tune in alone.
If I'm out there early enough, Clip, folks in the jungle. I'll try and file a live report with you too. Set
Sounds
the scene.
good.
So looking forward to the start of ECU baseball.
All right, Chandler, we'll see you tomorrow. CJ, have fun at Clark DeClaire. Troy D, you do the same.
Sounds good.
And we'll see you Friday 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice